Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
What's going to happen? Listen, me, you, Jay, Steve, Jimmy, we're all getting older, but we still can get and maintain erections. Probably comes a point where you can't get an erection anymore.
Then I'm letting myself on fire.
What if
never
Dad's going down to the embassy. Hi, it's Dr. Dan Diaco, and I don't really care what's going on over in Hamas or the Gaza Strip or with the Jews. I just know that this slick Italian cannot get a boner anymore, and I have no right to live. I'm burning myself right down to zero.
Watch me flick this bick for the last time.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Welcome. Wednesday, February 20. Is today? No, tomorrow. Is today or tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the last day of the month.
Yes.
Yeah. Which means we need to be pushing. Push. Like we're a bunch of used car salesmen. We are the used car salesmen of radio.
Andy DC, $100 cash app.
If you want to contribute to the show and keep it on the air, thanks. And there's two direct ways. The most direct way is Cash App and PayPal at the Bubba Army. But hey, let's just say you're a casual guy listening to us, on 103.1 in Fort Walton Beach. Well, just listen to us for free all you want. No big deal. But when you get home or you have some opportunities, make sure that I know that you're a YouTuber. I mean, every human being goes to YouTube. Is there any, even my mom, who's 78 years old, gets down YouTube rabbit holes. Do we all not?
Of course, it's hard not to.
Seth, what do you find yourself getting into? Like card breaks, hobby boxes? I don't 86 Bears Super Bowl Shuffle.
I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube. If I'm on YouTube, I'm either reading the comments from the show, watching Alex Stein, watching a break, but that's pretty much it.
But you are a YouTube consumer.
I have the YouTube app right here on my phone.
Right, you go there.
I do. Let's see what my recent searches are.
Anna, very darkly lit. You, I know, are very much a YouTuber.
Oh, very much so.
I mean, I would say that there probably goes days and days where you don't even turn the television on. You just get your little iPad or laptop Willie and just
100%.
Just whap out your YouTube.
I sure do.
Right. So listen, if you're just the casual listener and soon to be in Orlando on the same frequency that we are in Fort Walton Beach, 103.1, just listen to us. Listen to us, Florida Man Radio, 103.1 in Orlando, but casually, so obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is free, and go look at some of our videos, or Rumble, or Twitch, or Twitter, or maybe. Another way you can contribute to the show is maybe you like the show so much that you would just have to get a pair of sneakers that were very commemorative and very limited edition, and you wanted to invest into the show. Hey, merchandise. Listen, as much as you guys want to clown, merchandise has become a major part of our business. It really has.
No, I love merchandise. In fact, I did a 180. I apologize for saying I didn't want the shoes yesterday. Now, after I've seen the national news, I would like a pair of shoes.
Yeah. By the way,
Size 14 and a half.
you don't wear 14.
I
and a
don't,
half.
but that was just for on air because we're in entertainment business. We lie. I'm a size 11.
Right. And you wonder what one, make your penis seem bigger, or two, trip me up because we don't offer 14 and a half.
You don't?
Or both.
I thought you were the big and tall.
Well, no, 14's as big as we make.
Okay.
That's what Ty J has.
Yeah, and Ty J has already warned me out, saying, "Bitch, I will wear them like dress-up shoes." Ty J, hold on, and he threw a couple ends in there that I can't talk about. Right. But let me see if I can actually find Ty J Armstrong, formerly from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, big fan of the show, and we love Ty J. He's like an honorary member of the show. We love him. He goes, "My N. Size 14, please. I'm going to wear mine like a dress shoe, only on special dates and occasions. Shoes will set the future outfits." I said, "I got you locked in, buddy." He goes, "I appreciate you." And then he used a word I can't say.
Wow.
Yeah. So now the big score. I did reach out to Dion yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And I got Dion's shoe size. Now, I don't know. Now, remember when we sent Dion the ring?
Yes.
And he undid it and he did it on Instagram? I don't know if Dion will make it content or not, but it's worth sending him a pair, don't you think, Seth? Just in case he did open my ring live up on Instagram one time.
Did he?
Like, man, this is my man. I've known him for.
He saw the weed leaf on it, and
Yeah, he saw
never
the.
did it again.
Yeah, well,
He didn't address it.
he did see
Is
the
he
weed.
anti-weed?
Oh, he
He doesn't even swear.
Seth.
But I know, but it's
Seth,
for the
he's
God.
never-
God put it here.
Seth, he's never even had
Jesus.
a sip of alcohol in his life.
I know I get that. I'm just saying. I figured a lot of
Well,
a lot of his players.
if you don't drink if you don't drink a tequila sunrise or a Long Island iced tea, you're certainly not going to be smoking a blunt.
Okay,
Yeah.
when you said you got Dion's shoe size, did you talk to him directly? Did he see the shoes?
I sent him a picture of my shoes. I then sent him an article that was been. By the way, this is pretty cool. And Anna, thank you for finding it. This is
I didn't. Someone sent it to me.
No,
Can't
but
take
hold
credit.
on. In my world, who sent it to me? Exactly. So in my radio
I
world,
did it. I'll
all
take
right.
all the
So
credit.
you guys have connections. Seth's got little trolls that are always trolling for him. Lummy's got the Lummy Brigade that always is. I mean, let's be honest. Lummy
Brigade.
probably has the most amount of people that are trying to feed him good information and make him look good at all times.
The Lummy Lieutenants.
Is he in
The Lummy Lieutenant.
Is he in competition with the Burke Brigade or?
No,
we're
he's
Lummy
a,
Lieutenants
the
then.
Lummy
Okay,
Lieutenant.
all right.
The Lummy Lieutenants has always got Lummy's back. Like, whether it's trying to find a story or there's a mess up so he can fix it before I find out about it. The Lummy Lieutenants, man, it's a strong sleeper
Well, the
cell.
Humble House is usually pretty empty, but yesterday it was pretty kick in.
So Anna, one of Anna's connects, we'll call you connect, or sources, right, or fans, or whatever, sent this article to you, and you sent it to me, and we got.
I assumed you had already seen it.
I had not.
I know,
I
but
had
I
not.
decided to send it anyways.
Donald Trump gets competition from Radio Shock Jock and Golden Sneaker Market. Now, I'll go into this in further detail here momentarily, but I will tell you there were no less than, Howard reached out.
Nice.
Howard reached out and said, "This is brilliant. Like, this is absolutely brilliant."
Wait, Howard didn't find out about it from the Iowa Weekly article right here.
Listen. Yes, he did.
Really?
J.D. Harmeyer has a special. I'm like if any of Howard's friends, any of Howard's
like a news alert or something?
Yes,
And
so he
and-
got a news alert.
And JD listens sometimes.
And he sent it.
Okay, Mel.
He sent it to Howard. I guess yesterday afternoon. Howard shot me back an email and said, "Effing brilliant."
But he doesn't want a pair, does he?
No, he does not want a pair. but what we need, what will be cool, is if on today's show he talks about it, right?
Well, let's call in and get on hold. And let's wait all morning.
No, we're not doing that. So, couple things I've found out for you people. By the way, my shoes, my Bubba Trump inspired shoes, Here they are, right here. By the way, I found. As I'm talking to the manufacturer, the Bubba Army asked some questions. If this or that and this or that, one of which is, can the fat guy dunking a donut logo be the imprint on the sole, like in the middle?
Yeah.
And the good news is, yes, it can be.
Awesome.
So it's going to be that, and it's also going to have a commemorative gold box with the Air Bubba logo on top of the box, and come with what they call a sneaker dust bag, kind of like like you can put. It's a little bag that you put the sneakers in and you cinch it up. You know, if you were going to just have them as a commemorative pair and never wear them. So it's going to have a commemorative box. The fat guy dunking a donut logo. The Air Bubba logo will be the imprint on the sole. Like if you were in the sand, you would be able to see it. And then it's also going to have what they call a shoe dust cover. So those are things that a couple people wanted to know details, and so there you have it. And you have until Tuesday at 5 p.m. I have to have my order in by 5:15 next Tuesday, and paid for too. I got to send them a wire.
Is this a product of America?
Seth, I don't know where they're made.
Okay, sorry.
Why are you trying to get me in trouble?
I want right here in Sarasota, Florida.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
Yes, sir.
I'm
here in America.
I'm talking to a shoe broker that makes shoes.
You don't know where he is, though.
Custom shoes. No, he's in America. My broker's in America. So I don't know. Like, why are you always trying to trip me up?
I'm not. I thought everybody.
You know, I have a nice package from JC Gonzalez for you.
That you're now not going to get.
Hold on.
Because you're being a jerk.
That looks like it could be money.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you look up to
a big time check.
It looks like a
Which
check.
is his favorite thing.
And I'm now going to withhold. I'm going to hold on to that for a while. Because you're over there in Johnny Trip Up mode.
I'm not a trip up mode.
You know what the trolls feed on, and then you throw them a troll bone, bitch.
No,
that's not what I want from you. You and I have to have a private meeting.
No
now.
troll bone. No troll bones.
You're in trouble.
No
You
troll
and I-
bones.
you and I need to talk
On the clock.
No,
You're gonna yell at me off the
we're
clock.
talking off the clock.
That's serious business.
Bitch. Jesus, you ruined our podcast yesterday.
Oh, I thought it was good.
You ruined it.
Why?
Because he brought up something that was troll based and flipped me out. Because I had the podcasting table made in China, because the price that it gave me was $2,800. And you were here, Anna was here.
Yes.
We had a project amongst all of us to try to find, a podcasting table and a podcasting set that we all agreed looked, pretty kick-ass, and that we would be our and I'm thinking that most of it was domestic. I don't know, but we just couldn't seem to find anything. And our budget, I think we set a budget at like $3,000. And so we looked and we looked and we looked and we looked and we looked, and people and the co-hosts all submitted, various different ones that they had found and what have you, and we really couldn't find anything. And then this popped up for $2,800 with the full the full functioning lights and Bubba Army logo and the measurements that we would need and everything like that. And it was advertised for $2,800. Yes, it was made in China. But at that point, I think you guys would all agree, none of us knew about that we were going to be shook down for another $2,000 in the customs game. It didn't say $2,800, but probably $2,000 in customs nonsense. We didn't know that. So some troll that has a cabinet shop in Sarasota decides to reach out to the show and position me as being wasteful with our listeners, donations. Let's not forget that that's how we pretty much pay the bills.
I don't think he reached out to the show.
Well, he trolled the show.
Yeah.
He trolled the show.
Because he was nowhere to be found when we were looking for tables on the air talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But after the fact, he could have made you a $3,000 table.
Right. Johnny Sarasota troll boy was nowhere to be found for 2 months when we were like,
No, he was busy posting about other BS. He complains every day.
And so he then says, and that he could have made this for, $5,000 easily, and I could have kept my business in America. Can I be honest with you? I mean, as a smart business person, you should shop your manufacturing. And if you can get something made in China and not get shook down by customs, and it's a third or a half as much with the same quality, perhaps maybe you should do it. Who cares?
Well, he's concerned about China taking over the world.
But here's the deal. We got I just did an article yesterday where American men 25 to 54 don't even want to work. I mean, they're working over in China. I mean, we can't even get people to work over here.
I mean, Bubba, realistically...
Who cares where it's made?
Well, realistically, you probably gave more money to American employees than you did by giving it to one guy in Sarasota. Because if you think about it, you went to 3 different ports. So there's 3 different ports there.
Yeah.
And then you went to the Tampa port, unloaded it, had to have all those guys into it, probably 4 or 5 guys unloaded.
If you actually think about it, I was actually being very fair. I spent about $2,800 in China and about $2,000 in America.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I'm putting the dollars in American pockets too, buddy.
Yep.
Sounds like it's a product of the USA to me.
And you picked it up in a Ford.
Right.
That's right.
There you go. But knowing Ford, they probably knowing Ford, they probably, maybe
they're made in Mexico, but
outsource half of their parts to China.
Well, that's what we did. So, you know what? If Ford's okay with it, we are
So anyway,
too.
this guy lit me up and was like, and so then I got into the fact that, listen, you know what? And you guys all know how I live. You know my apartment situation's not fancy. You know that I don't have a bunch of fancy cars. I have one reliable I got a 2019 F-150 crew cab that my sister made a $3,000 deposit on and co-signed for me. My other Seth tried to be a smart ass yesterday and be like, Sponjo, your car collection's second to none.
Well, yeah.
It's almost as good as Jay Leno's.
I said it could be on a redneck version of Cribs, but I don't want you to downplay your fleet, Bubba. I mean it's really what makes you.
Here's my fleet. I mean, Merch Cricks, that's not my car. That's in her name, so that shouldn't count.
Oh.
And that was part of an insurance deal anyway, because she told him my Mercedes bitch. I mean, she needed a reliable car, so she actually has a pretty nice car. She's got a 2023, I think, Toyota Camry.
Woo!
Like she's got but that's her car. That's her deal. She pays for it. I don't have anything to do with that at all. So what do I own? Here's what I own. I own a 1982 Garmin step van that's had the side cut out of it and barely runs. I own a 2012 smart car with 71,000 miles on it. I own a 2004, formerly a cop car, Crown Vic, that used to look like absolute hell, that looks actually pretty spiffy nowadays.
Yes, it does.
It looks way better than it's worth, courtesy of my good friend Adam from Fenderworks. Put one hell of a two-tone, flat black, glossy black paint job on it, put some lights on it, and when I do fire up the food reviews again, that will be the vehicle that I'm driving, and my truck. That's what my fleet. Oh, I'm sorry, I got an e-bike. I got an e-bike too.
There you go.
Oh, lummy, and I have a golf cart.
Hey.
And
Well,
don't forget,
I'm getting richer by the minute.
and don't forget,
I'm getting white Trizash richer by the minute. An e-bike with an e-bike with a golf cart kicker.
Don't forget your Vespas.
Yeah, but Lummy, those are 1999 Vespas.
That sounds even
They're
better.
on life support.
That sounds better.
One of the back housing's falling apart. I mean, I guess I could put I can't even tell you the last time I drove my Vespas. I probably should sell them. But no, I'm a fat guy and I always want a moped laying around. So this guy completely berates me for like I'm being, irresponsible with the listeners, donations that help keep the show on, and that I'm living high on the hog. Listen,
Merch Crick she went and left them a couple messages too.
Oh yeah, she takes that stuff personal.
I think she was very nice though.
I didn't see what she wrote.
Oh yeah. We got a lot. We got yeah. Whoa, yeah. We got a lot.
Should we talk about it? Or
Well, I mean, it's up to you. She was very nice. And then the guy, also sent me a direct message last night.
All right. So what we're talking about here, just to get everybody up to speed, is that yesterday we did Clem and Kush podcast, and Seth comes out with this troll that automatically starts dogging me about having the podcast table be made in China. And after it was all said and done, it cost us about $5,000.
Don't forget about the duck sizes, too.
Yeah. So
the podcast was so short yesterday, we didn't even have an end roll.
Yeah,
They
13 minutes.
They left it after a mid roll.
So no, Bubba, you have a racetrack and tractors, and so don't have to cry poor mouth. The fans will literally buy anything. Listen, I have a partner in the track. I paid for the track when I used to have money. And the tractors that we get, everything, mostly our Sunbelt, courtesy of our Sunbelt, my Sunbelt deal, my endorsement. And we own one grader and one water truck, both of which one of them is an 89 and the other one is a 77. 19. I got a 1977 water truck and a 1988 grader.
And a nice Skag mower.
Yeah. Oh, I do got a Skag mower. Everything I got nice is free. So please. So we start doing this podcast. Seth brings up the fact that this guy thinks that I'm, being Johnny High Roller over here because I got a $5,000 podcast table. And that just really sets me off. I'm like, first of all, and then he says, I have a cabinet shop in Sarasota. I could have made it.
Plus.
Well, where were you mother effer, when we're beg, borrowing, and stealing, trying to find a good podcast table that would look good in our setting for a reasonable price? Where were you?
He was on Facebook complaining about on his lighting.
Right, exactly.
And whacking off
that
Told
guy?
Beef episodes.
But Anna, you know what we do? I mean, you're going to have to work with me starting Monday when, the stakes are even higher. I gotta like you better.
Oh, I could change that right now.
I just really
Want me
do.
to change it right now?
I'd like, yeah. I mean, like, look how well lit Lummy is. And, I want to accentuate that we have a full-time girl on our show. And,
You want to flip the lights on?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
You mean the overall lights?
How about that?
Let me see. I'm a little bit behind. Let me see.
Refresh.
You said they would take away from the podcast lights. right behind
That's good until you get back. Like, and it still needs to be maybe up an octave. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you look good for the big debut Monday?
Well, yeah, look at me. Look, I'm the most well-lit of all of us.
Well, it's not just well lit. I mean, mind, body, and soul. How are we feeling overall?
Not good.
Okay, great.
Because of yesterday's podcast and you.
Oh, no.
You're causing me
Oh, no.
anxiety.
No, I'm not. That was fun yesterday. When you go F them ducks, man, I couldn't stop listening to that last night. I barely slept a wink.
All right.
I just listened to the last minute over and over again.
So this dude starts trolling me on my table that I was very, very irresponsible and spent the listeners' money in a very irresponsible way for spending $5,000 for a podcast table that he could have made in Sarasota. First of all, you could have probably made me a wood one. But this one is, got formed plastic and acrylic and lighting, and I don't know. I mean, Macho Man, you know the inner workings of this table. I don't know that just any cabinet maker could make this table.
Not for $3,000.
Right.
Not with everything that goes into it.
Right. So first of all, what is this guy's name, Seth? Should we even
Casey? Yes.
And so he gets into that, which pisses me off, and he's alluding to the fact that I'm just, I'm wasting the hard-earned listeners' money that help fund the show. And then he gets into the ducks. Now, is he the one that got into the ducks?
No, that was somebody else. I just wanted to give you another complaint from what the people were saying before we left yesterday.
Well, can we make Clem Kush a show about you and I maybe doing good radio and not just make it the troll report that gets me all flipped out? See, I don't look at that stuff, and so I don't know about that stuff, which
But you said
probably
that
keeps me sane.
You thanked me for bringing it to your attention yesterday. You did say...
Well, that's good. I mean, yeah.
Bubba, can I say something?
Yeah. Where did Anna go?
I thought yesterday's podcast was great.
Yeah.
It was 13 minutes long.
It was 16 with the ads. I loved it. I thought it was.
Anna, you look great. Can we keep that thing like that? All right, perfect. All right, so anyway, Seth, then another dude, like I don't do well with just constant negative. Like I think everybody that works here has figured out that I don't like negative stuff.
No, nobody really does.
Well, the best course of action is just to keep that stuff off of your plate.
Yeah. So anyway, Seth goes,
doesn't do anything but piss you off.
Why we're talking about what people don't like, let's talk about the Ducks. So Chuck and Leslie, God bless their little souls, they were the first people they went on Amazon and bought like 100 ducks, and I think did they have the Bubba Army logo on them? I don't know if they did.
They had the QR code.
The yellow ones did.
Yeah, they kind of gave us this idea of the Bubba Army QR code ducks. And when we talk about ducks, we're talking about the kind of ducks that people do with this whole jeeping duck craze that's going on right now. I mean, it's everywhere.
I do see it everywhere.
It is everywhere. It's
once you're notified of it, you can't not see it.
Once you finally do know about it, then you deliberately do look at Jeeps and see if they got ducks in the dashboard.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot, I would say probably 60 to 70% of all Jeeps you see are doing the dirty duck game. So we're like, hey, you know what? And we're all about organic guerrilla marketing, right? Yeah. I mean, we're all up. We don't have a budget to buy billboards or anything like that.
Well, not after the spent money at the podcast table. Oh, sorry.
Let me look at him. Very mean.
Nice. Kenny looks so cute, Bubba. I mean, he doesn't really scare me anymore. He's gotten soft since he's a dad.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, well, I did see Walker finally graduated level 3.
Yeah, he's in level 3 now.
Okay, he's in level 3 now.
Yes.
Did it take him a while? Like, has most kids
7
already?
months.
Most kids get level 3 done, what, in 4 or 5 months?
Yes. Actually, probably.
Jeez.
All right.
What, Lummy? You got a booger in your mouth?
Yeah, sorry. It took him, I think it was like 9 months. He's already accomplished, I think, 3/4 of level 3.
What's level 3?
Kind of swimming on your own.
Oh, okay.
He just couldn't float on his back.
He can't float on his back.
Oh, well, that's the major part of passing the test.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
He can't do
He
it.
was held back.
Lummy, can you do it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, I did see that little video. That was cute. It was very cute.
Oh, thank you.
How many levels are there of teaching a kid how to swim at a professional swim teaching place?
8.
8. They shake you down for 8. What are you trying to turn?
8?
What are you trying to turn him into? What are you trying to turn him into Michael Phelps?
No, we're probably gonna take him out after 5.
I mean, once the kid can jump in.
And survive.
Hold on, and jump in, go underwater.
They throw it with the clothes on, right?
At the end.
Come back up, and start doing laps. I think the kid's good.
Yep.
I mean, right?
That's like level 6, I think. So that we're like, yeah, we don't need
Yeah,
that.
but once you have a pool,
Yeah.
and now the summertime, it's quickly approaching. I mean, you could probably get in your pool right now.
Yeah.
And so now that you want to take your kid to these safety teach your kid how to swim lesson places when he's an infant or when they are an infant, so that if they would happen to fall in the pool, they instinctually know to roll back, to kick around, and so that they're facing up, and they just kind of tread water. That's what every responsible parent should do that has a pool with a kid, is teach them at least how to not drown.
Exactly.
And in that portion of the test, they'll literally, it's almost barbaric. They'll take a kid, put all of his clothes on him, and they'll literally chuck him in the pool.
And they start calling him names too.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's just mine.
So
insulting her?
Yeah, like, oh, you can't swim, you stupid kid.
Stupid kid.
Yeah, come on,
So
don't die.
I literally think like that's what they're trying to accomplish, is just survival.
Correct.
And then from there, the longer you keep your kid in the class, the more they learn about swimming.
Yep.
Underwater swimming, jumping off the diving board, all that kind of stuff. Once your kid passes the I won't drown, you can yank him right on out, because everything else you can teach at home.
Does Walker have a hot swim instructor?
She did. He did, yeah. Now, she actually quit. Now he's got a new one.
Why,
Not so much.
So the hot one quit?
Yeah.
Why?
Wow. Wow.
Her school schedule.
What is wrong with your palate?
I just got a little phlegm in it.
Have some water,
Getting choked up.
Yeah, I'm choked up.
Did she quit before or after you got banned from the swim class?
It was after.
You got banned?
She's one of our nannies or babysitters now.
Wait.
Oh, wait, what?
Bubba, did you know about this?
She personally hired her?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Well, no, I mean, not like full time, just for at night.
Did you know Lummy was banned from his kids' swim sessions?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Why am I?
They felt as if Ashley could communicate more with Walker than he could.
Lummy wasn't being mean enough.
I was drowning Walker.
Because hold on. The way it goes is one of the parents is there in the pool with the kid.
Yeah, that was me.
As they're doing the various instructions, right? Well, most of them, most parents can communicate with their child, and their child understand what the parent is trying to get them to do. Well, there was a little bit of a breach when it came to Lummy. Lummy couldn't quite, give Walker as efficient of instructions as what Lummy's lovely wife Ashley could.
He wasn't floating on his back.
You mean he wasn't communicating to his kid clearly?
A dumb adult can't really, teach, a kid that's not dumb but trying to learn.
Did you let them face you like that, Lummy? You let them ban you?
I think they said something. I think they. If I remember the story correctly, Lummy, they went to Ashley and said, listen, we would like to maybe do a parent change on this deal where you do it instead of your husband. Wasn't it something like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was, you know what? I think for him to learn, your husband just may want to sit this one out.
We'd like to have you try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you yelling at other children? Were the kids scared of you?
No, he wasn't able.
Sometimes we have no idea what Lummy's saying. Well, Walker felt the same way.
And, at 3, 4 in the afternoon, Lummy's had a few.
What the hell is this guy talking about?
Lummy's had a few pops. By the time it's swim class, 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon, Lummy's half to the wind already.
I mean, I may have.
They have to worry about Lummy drowning.
I may have
being drunk.
I may have heard his back floating skills for a couple of months.
So they just nicely asked for the additional for the other parents.
That is such a great story.
So you have this hot swim instructor and she quits, but then you guys hire her as your personal nanny?
No, not personal nanny. Like she's a babysitter if our nanny doesn't work. Like work if she's busy.
You got to keep her in that hot ass nanny rotation, don't you?
She's on the roster.
She is on the roster.
It's a personal. Like she comes to your house and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a personal nanny.
Well, I mean, you call her babysitter. I call her babysitter.
Well, whatever, dude. I mean, you hired her. Is what I'm saying.
Does she live with you guys?
No. She's only been over there like 4 times.
Is she like 21 too?
I think so. Like 19, 20.
Don't be naughty around her, Lummy.
No, I don't even really see her.
Don't talk to her.
So anyway,
Lummy's a man of faith.
So let me just get back to center here before we go to words, and that was the fact that we had some troll. So Ed and Leslie, or Chuck and Leslie, they are so kind. They give us our first starter 100 or 500 ducks, and we're like, hey, we're gonna go duck. Organically guerrilla market, the Bubba Army duck that has the QR code that any person that would get, as a duck enthusiast or a Jeep enthusiast getting ducked, so to speak, would potentially scan that QR code and take you to our Bubba Army HQ world, which we might gain a fan from. There has to be a percentage of people that got ducked and this is the common comment that a person makes. Oh, I know who. Yes, I'm familiar with Bubba the Love Sponge. I just didn't know where he was. I didn't know that he was back on the air. I just thought that he blackballed himself out of life, and then he was like that I was homeless or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like most people have no idea that I've continued radio on since my past indiscrepancies, and I'm able to have a
really hand out ducks, okay, people. That's getting back on top.
A thriving business. We're thriving. We're doing well. I got a payroll. How many people? How many do I got? I got Seth. I got Lummy. I got Anna. I got Rat. I got like 6 people on payroll. I mean, I got a 6 or 7 person show
with no salary cap.
And so I guess the person that was critical of our ducking, which we went on to buy 2,000 black ducks, and we've been ducking.
Yes.
And I've gotten a couple emails from people that say, "Hey, I got a black duck on my Jeep, and I wasn't even familiar that you were even back on the radio."
Oh, that's awesome.
So I mean, that's exactly what I want.
Do we have to hand out any more, or was the 3 that we did over the weekend enough? I'll say sorry, sir.
He's stamping his foot.
I don't know. Is it stamping or stomping?
You're so lazy.
What?
You know, you're so lazy. You're so lazy.
Oh.
I mean, you had one of the best duck.
Do you see how this has all come full circle? This is crazy.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, I would like for every show member to have 2 or 3 ducks in their car.
Okay.
And when they do see a Jeep, I think you guys would, you don't even have to tape it. But I think you guys would agree that it takes 15 seconds. Like, it's not a long process.
I just didn't know if you want us to cut into your profits by taking more ducks, but I'm all about it. Duck me up, baby.
Listen, you have to take some of your profits and earmark them for promotion and marketing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You have to take, a few $1,000s here and there and come up with a bumper sticker campaign with your QR code, or manufacturer ducks with your QR code so that people can find you.
What if I see a hot little hussy at the adult bus stop? Could I give her one even though she doesn't have a car?
No.
No, okay.
No, that hot little hussy.
She's riding the bus. I mean, it'd be nice if she had a friend, you know?
I got to think a chick that's riding the bus isn't as hot of a hussy as you think she is. Most hot hussies have nice cars, don't they?
And most hot hussies are very green these days.
Anyway, no, I prefer that you just use the ducks for Jeeps.
Okay, you got it.
Yes, thanks. And make sure all of you have a few ducks. You wouldn't,
So those ones in the kitchens are open for the taking?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take a few more.
You know, I'd like each person to have 3 ducks in their car
at all times.
Can I say something on the size real quick?
What?
So
so this guy.
So Ashley measured it, and then we were Googling it or Binging it. I Bing it. And the Jeep duck that Jeep sells is 3 inches by 2.5 inches. You can have a duck between 2 and 2.5. Ours is 2.5 inches.
Yes.
So we fall right in the line of the Jeep.
And Chuck and Leslie reached out to me, and they wanted me to let you know that the ducks are the exact right size.
Exactly.
So don't be flustered.
And so I'm thankful for them because they gave us this idea. And it's working.
Well, Chaz Banger said you guys don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You know what, Chaz Banger? You guys need to ban that guy.
It's not our forum. It's a Bubba Army spinoff. Yeah.
Yeah, Bubba Army.
It's really dark. It gets really dark in there sometimes.
Who's running that?
I don't know. A couple people named Anonymous.
I began to hallucinate and thought a houseplant was talking to me.
Prescription medication.
Oh, man.
Prescription medication.
Rare delicacy.
It takes a lot of great prescription medication to make the show sound this mediocre. The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
That hot chick.
Oh,
trying to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
And then him and Larry are sitting at the table, and Larry says, "Hey man, just handle it. I got it." And then Leon goes, "Motherfucker, I'm talking about my dick, man. My dick, my baby." I love Leon.
It's been great this season. Did you like the whole fucking Georgia thing? Where he was like, they were down there in Georgia. He was a fucking hero.
Oh, but you don't forget that. You know, he's got that court date.
You listen to it?
That's true.
He pled not guilty, so you know there's going to be some fuckery getting back to Georgia.
Well, that's how Seinfeld ended, was that they all
were in jail.
So I
wonder if he's going. I would hope that he would.
No, they all talk shit about the finale.
I know that, but I would hope that he doesn't go that way.
They're angling something though with that.
I know, but I wouldn't want to see. I feel like he was biting off of Seinfeld.
Yeah,
even though he invented Seinfeld.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that. I just think they might go something along those lines. Maybe they're tricking you. I'm not sure. You watched all 4 episodes?
How about? Oh yeah. How about lawn jockey?
That was messed up, man. That was really funny. When he had to ask him, he goes, "Do you guys have any ones that are darker?" And
how about when you're sitting there with the Theragun and just fucking? Oh. All right.
It's good for your health.
Good for the health. Thank you.
Lummy, I'm going to send you an image. I want you to IM me.
Okay. exactly Kenny Powers. All right, I sent it to you.
Thank you.
Looks like you did. You gotta click on it, Bubba, because it looks like it's doing what it did before.
It's not doing anything but just thinking, going back and forth. Now it's not even. Should I just email it to myself?
I'll send you my email. Looks like it's thinking. It's Windows 10 Pro. All right, I sent it to your email.
What up, grouper? Oh, sorry.
Still haven't got it. I'll just fucking email myself.
Grouper.
You didn't get my email?
No.
Are you going to the Grand Prix, baby?
No.
No.
What up, Gary? I might be hitting you up about something. What up, Berto? You should be getting that card today, Berto. I sent it out yesterday morning, I think.
Morning, Gary.
What's up, Spencer?
Nice, Dark Mercy.
What up, Jay Gator? Yeah, I did this live video, Gary, on Instagram Sunday, just about cards and shit, and for some reason I got like 700 views, and I'm trying to see if I might want to like punch it up a little bit, just by adding like 1 or 2 graphics, nothing crazy. What's up, Snook? I didn't see.
Nowhere near the rare air at the top of the heap.
I mean, we know what's important.
More like the bottom feeders existing on the scraps of society.
You just babbling about.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Don't forget, almost every day we do a podcast. Mondays are all of us, and we just, pretty much BS. It's pretty good. Up and beyond the show, we do a podcast almost every day, except for Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays, Fridays is the Anna Hummel show, and that's visually seen on all of our visual platforms: Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch, and Bubba Army HQ. Audibly, and then Lummy, the show that you and Rhett put together on Wednesdays. Sometimes it's a little bit of sports, sometimes it's a little recap of what we're doing on the radio. I'm sure today's might be a little bit about my flip out yesterday on yesterday's podcast, Clem and Kush. That's the Tuesday podcast, Clem and Kush. You can get all of this. Go to the iHeart app. Go to the iHeart app. Go to podcasting and type in the Bubba Army. Get us through iHeart. Maybe Seth, we can start getting a bunch of iHeart downloads. And we're like, man, this guy's. Not only is this guy gonna, maybe beat our most crown jewel of a talk show in the what is it? The Monsters in the Morning.
Monsters in the Morning.
Russ is, by the way, not speaking an ill word towards Monsters in the Morning. Good luck to you guys. But if let's say that I would, we would somehow beat friendly competition, beat Russ. And all of a sudden, they're like, well, maybe we shouldn't have a banned Bubba, policy. And, oh, my God. And, he gets, I don't know, 50, 60,000 downloads a month on our iHeart app and on our iHeart podcasting, thing. Phew, we might want to do business with this guy again. Can't hurt.
Is that the long play?
So, I mean, everything we're doing is a long play,
okay,
my friend. Well, I do want to apologize for yesterday's Clem Kush podcast because I flipped out, and I should just tell those people to suck my D, and I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. I did. I got chat cancer.
Everyone's susceptible to that sometimes.
Right. Well, especially when they start accusing me of wasting money and that I'm trying to cry poor and all this kind of thing.
Your ducks are too big.
And my ducks are the wrong size.
Yeah.
And the guy could have built the table for pennies on the dollar, and you're just a piece of shiz. And eventually it gets to you, and you have a meltdown like I did yesterday on Clem Kush. I had a meltdown. It was the Bubba it was the Desk and Duck episode.
I dare to find a better episode in the last month or so of the podcast.
Michael, who's Michael Roche? Is it Roche?
You got it.
Roche. Roussesseau. Rochelle.
Yeah.
So
$100 on the PayPal. PayPal and Cash App both at the Bubba Army. So I'm sorry I flipped out yesterday, and what
do you want to say about future dealings with China and the Republic?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you want to say anything about China? You can continue to do business with them because they have the best prices?
I don't know. I have brokers. I have local T-shirt people, but I have brokers when I want something done specifically. I don't have anything to say about China.
Okay.
I'm saying people that manufacture things, it's tough not to get stuff manufactured out of China when they have such great products and a third of the price.
It's okay. Well, many of their people are coming here, so I'm sure that will help.
Eventually, China will turn into us, and we'll have cheaper manufacturing prices.
Can we get this D-Bag's portfolio, like his operation, and like maybe some examples of what he does?
Oh yeah, this D-Bag's cabinet shop.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, our podcasting table was made out of Corian, and you would have had to get a whole nother lighting system. Most cabinet makers aren't familiar with lighting and wraparound acrylic and things like that. And our podcasting table isn't made out of China particle board. It's made out of Corian. So this D-Bag's already got way too much real estate in my head right now. He's just, and if you, and we didn't ask you to donate and help the show. So, but you obviously listen.
Oh, big time.
So
even to the podcast.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for flipping out. I got a little bit of chat cancer, and it won't happen again. Anna sent me this story, which is pretty cool. Donald Trump gets competition from Radio Shock Jock in Golden Sneaker Market. A lot of people can clown me on this, but I got no less than 10 people in radio that said, "Wow, this is brilliant marketing." Like, this is brilliant marketing. Nobody else thought of this, right?
No.
I mean, anybody else could, and nobody else thought of it. Nobody else found a manufacturer. Nobody else, nobody did. I did. I'm the only one. Me. Give me some credit. I did get some people warn me Trump might sue me.
That'd be great.
And then
press.
I'm like, well, if Trump's going to sue me, I'm sure he doesn't have the patent on star. The only thing I've taken from him is gold and stars and stripes, right?
Yep.
Well, I don't think that he has a patent on gold and stars and stripes because Bubba the Love Sponge, my name is federally trademarked. I own my own name and likeness federally. Bubba Army is federally trademarked. Air Bubba is federally trademarked. And so all the logos that I'm using, I own the marks to. So I don't think that he can sue me. And then I said to other people, if he did sue me, that would be the best thing for my sneakers.
Yes.
Would it not?
Yes, it would
if
be.
I got the potential next president of the United States, let me tell you something, there's this jock that tried to bite off me. I'm so popular that he even shot. And I know Donald. I've met him on 2 different occasions. One at Howard's wedding. Another one when we went to Taj Mahal, Atlantic City. He happened to be there.
Nice.
Don't you think he's got enough legal fees going on right now to where he might not want to come after you, Bubba?
Yeah, plus I got Todd Foster representing me federally. So
Exactly.
So anyway, Republican presidential candidate, former President Donald Trump holds gold Trump sneakers at the Sneaker Con in Philadelphia. An event popular among sneaker collections, blah, blah, blah. It looks like Donald Trump now has some competition in the gold high-top sneaker game, and it comes from an unlikely source, Bubba the Love Sponge, at half the price. Probably not a sentence anyone ever imagines that they would read, but it's 2024, so here we go. Probably also a few of you are just wondering who the heck Bubba the Love Sponge is. Yeah, I mean, probably a lot of you are. And probably some of you wondering just where in the heck this guy has been too. Meaning like, okay, for those that do know me, what happened to me?
Mm-hmm.
BTLS, whose real name is Todd Allen Clem, which isn't true. My real name.
Liar.
My real name formerly was Todd Allen Clem. But my real name, my driver's license, my passport, my voter registration card says Bubba the Love Sponge Clem. You ought to fly. You know when you're flying and you go through you have to go to that very first person that looks at your driver's license.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they put it in a machine.
Yep.
You wouldn't believe how many people now the local people usually have heard of it, and so they're like, "Oh, hey, Bubba," something like that. Usually they're pretty cool about it. I'm like, "Hey." And but like when I'm in Indy, they don't know who the hell I am in Indy. That's where I fly into most do, and they'll be like, "Is this really your for real?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my name. I changed it legally." I'm like, "Well, okay." When they stick it through that machine, does it do like a real quick scan on you? Like, does it? Like
it's a terrorist, non-terrorist machine.
Is it?
Yeah, so it comes
like
out terrorist or non-terrorist.
Like maybe those. No, but like it's like the first.
That was just to verify that the ID is a real ID, but I don't know.
I don't know if it went to the no-fly zone. Like I mean the no.
There's probably a few things in there.
Yeah,
it knows about your history, Bubba. If that's what you're asking.
I mean, it knows if you're on some kind of list, probably, right?
Yeah.
BTLS, whose real name is Todd Allen Clem, which that's not correct, is a popular radio shock jock who once appeared on Howard Stern's Sirius XM stations after a series of missteps. I like that. I like that, Lummy.
Yeah, instead of getting into it.
Instead of saying, amidst of a sex tape, a cheating scandal, just all the stuff that I've gotten myself into as to why I'm in the druthers I am today. I like a series of missteps. It kind of really softens it, does it not?
Sure does.
He doesn't quite have the same radio reach that he once had. True. But you can catch his show each day on Rumble. I guess this guy only thinks we're on Rumble, but that's fine because we'll show that to Rumble and say, look, we're promoting you. And post his show as a podcast on other platforms too. He still has I did like this, and the guy was being kind of fair. He still has a sizable following, which he calls the Bubba Army.
Nice.
But back to the shoes. BTLS has rolled out a shoe that nearly is identical to the golden high top that Trump showed off at the Philly Sneaker Con. Instead of the big T on the side, through the show, big T on the side, though the shoes have a red Think Air, it says Think Air Jordan Jumpman logo silhouette of BTLS flying through the air to dunk a donut. You can pre-order these shoes at a cost of $149. They are listed as Air Bubba Trump-inspired patriotic Bubba Army shoes, and then they have a link, Lummy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Boom, where it takes you right to the shoe. Yeah.
What is the link, Bubba?
What do you mean? What is the link?
Where do people get the shoes? What's the website?
Well, you can go to BubbaArmyStore.com if you'd like. Yes, thank you.
No problem. You're good.
BTLS says that these are very limited edition and that they're identical to the Trump shoes aside from the Bubba logos. These will sell out quickly. Don't be left out. Well, they're not going to sell out. We just have an end date when we're done selling them. That's, a week from yesterday at 5 o'clock. These will sell out quickly. Don't be left out. The site says you can even shoot BTLS an email and get your shoes autographed. That's pretty cool if you're part of the Bubba Army. You got to hand it to BTLS. This is a pretty funny and smart spinoff. Will the demand be like, though? What will the demand be like, though? Like the Trump sneakers, time will tell. So I think this is a very positive article. Very fair. Very fair. And I think Radio Inc. Emailed me yesterday, and they may cover it today. A couple questions, Lummy, that came up yesterday about the Air Bubba Trump-inspired gold patriotic Air Bubba Bubba Army shoes.
Of course.
My shoe broker is able. Well, where's the hell is that picture? All right, here we go. Here's the bot. You know how they said they wanted to have the Bubba fat guy dunking a donut logo as part of the middle of the sole.
Yeah.
Here's what the sole is going to look like. I mean, I'm very entailed into this. So the sole will have the fat guy in the middle. This is the commemorative box it's going to come in, and it will have like a little sneaker bag.
Nice.
So if that hopefully answered some questions of people that are on the potential fence of buying these. I got to tell you, man, if I'm trying to think of who was my favorite radio personality growing up, probably like Kevin Matthews, or I would have bought a pair of his sneakers if the president of the United States, well, at that time it would be Richard Nixon. I don't think Richard Nixon's a sneaker kind of guy.
Probably not, no.
But if the president of the United States had sneakers and Kevin Matthews or Steve Dahl or even Howard Stern had came up with some knockoff Willies using their logo, I probably would have bought them. I was a big time talk show enthusiast. Hi, who's this?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlie.
Oh, Jesus.
This is Charlie. Just please forewarn me when I have a troll on the phone.
I did. I didn't. I can't tell.
No troll.
Usually, Charlie, you're very trollish. I'm just going to tell you, I have zero. Hold on. You control your own destiny with me, Charlie. If you're nice, you don't have to be, blow smoke at my ass and tell me I'm the greatest. I can take constructive criticism. But if you're just straight ass trying to be a hate troll hate douchebag, I'm just going to say, bye-bye. See you later, Charlie. So you control your own destiny, Charles. Go ahead.
So I'm looking at your Wikipedia page.
Which I don't control. Anybody at any time can get on there and say, Bubba raped my sister.
Okay, no.
It's never about the show, Bubba.
So they mentioned your relationship with Nicole Lange or Lange?
Nikki, my last girlfriend, yes.
Okay, so according to this, it says that she requested an order of protection against you because you had abused her emotionally and physically.
Yes.
Is that true?
No, it's not true. It was dropped the next day.
So you never
see here. Here's the horrible thing about this is the fact that a girl can say anything they want about you, and when you're a star like me, the news picks it up immediately. And Channel 13.
Did you just call yourself a star?
Yeah, I did, because you know what? Billy Joe Bob, who beats up his girlfriend in Plant City, they're not usually covering him.
He's got a Wikipedia you're reading, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're reading the Wikipedia about the incident. Now, hold on. Now, listen to this. In all of these situations, hold on. Are you going to let me answer the question, or are you going to continue to interrupt me?
Go ahead.
You asked me about the domestic violence injunction that an ex-girlfriend put on me that lasted for exactly 3 days before she dropped it when I said, let's go to court and start showing evidence. And she dropped it. You know what? Channel 13. Let me find me the actual story.
Okay.
Channel 13 doesn't cover when they drop it. They only cover when she files it. No, there was not a story 3 days later saying this was thrown out of court, because of the evidence that was shown by both parties. And so, yes, I've been accused of that, and I was cleared of that as well. Did you see any additional stories, Charlie, about it going anywhere? Bubba was charged. No, you didn't, because it was dropped.
I think he's out on the phone now.
When he gets faced, Lummy, he leaves.
Of course.
Did you send me the article?
I sent you a Fox 13 one.
Yeah, you did?
Yep.
Man, Lummy, there it is. Your IM system is about as slow.
I'm on a different computer right now.
Yeah, it's about as slow as you are today.
I don't have my normal
Jesus,
one.
why don't you have your normal one? Did you
Macho
forget
has
it?
No, I have it. Macho has it.
Hello.
He's being worked on.
Hey, Bubba.
Lummy, I can't. It just keeps. It didn't send.
Hey, Bubba.
It didn't send. Yes.
Bubba.
Yes.
Hey, I'm sorry to follow that douchebag, but I wanted to change the subject back to the shoes. I have a question.
Right.
If you do we have to pay extra for you to sign the shoes?
No, you do not have to pay extra.
No?
You just have to, when you order them, say them, I want them signed. It doesn't cost extra to get them signed, but some people may want to wear them and not have them signed, and other people may want to just keep them as a collector's item and have them signed. So just denote which one you would like. It doesn't cost anything.
Oh, okay, that's awesome then, because I'm going after we hang up to this Bubba store and buy me some.
All right.
Hey,
are you getting ready to get?
I'm not going to say you're the greatest, but you are the best I've ever heard on radio, Bubba. I've been listening to you since the early 2000s in West Palm, man. And don't let them trolls get to you.
All right, buddy.
You are good and the greatest.
And thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Buy a couple of ducks while you're there, please.
Yeah, please. Please.
And I'm not even getting into the Seth Card shakedown. Hello.
This is Charlie.
Hey, Clem.
Hey, Clem. Like the guy
just stick to calling Steel Toe, man.
Yeah, stick to calling him and reporting back to him. And you're just a straight. I mean, Charlie, can we be honest? Like, what type of life do you have? If you're obsessed with a few radio shows, all of which have banned you, I mean, you're a real asshole with no life. I mean, think about it. We at least are coming here and putting on a program that you seem to follow and be very critical of. But we all have lives, wives, children, kids. We're sexually active. Every one of us is getting every one of us is getting laid. Every one of us is getting laid.
Facts.
And you know why we're getting laid? Because we're not worried about some stupid radio show trying to hear yourself on the radio.
Yeah, you got a Johnny Sins fleshlight there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean the times, and you know the thing about it, Charlie, is you're probably fleshlighting yourself while you're listening to the show.
Oh.
Like right now, I could probably help you up and down. There you go, Charlie. Now tickle your testicles a little bit there, Charlie. A little bit. Yep. Boom, boom. There you go, Charlie.
You got to put it in the dishwasher when you're done with it.
Hello.
Oh, it's him, Bubba.
Oh, okay, stop. Okay.
If I'm not putting him on hold, it's him. I'll try to hang up.
Does he have the fleshlight, Lummy? Though, can we just?
Lummy, Joey Campbell on the PayPal at the Bubba Army.
Two's not him.
This is not Charlie.
No.
All right, thank you. 813-90 Bubba, and we have to be a lot more phone active starting on Monday, just because of the Orlando factor, Lummy.
Yes.
We're now on a full-blown 50,000 watt flame throwing 103.1. Out of Orlando with me, then of course the great Don Miller, and then of the Bill O'Reilly update in the right after Don Miller's for 15, and then the man Shannon Burke, afternoon drive, going head to head against Real Radio 104.1, giving them some friendly competition, my friend.
He was over there too, wasn't he? A long time ago.
Yep, he was. Yep, he was. Him and Drew.
Does Burke
and so brother Kevin on his favorite.
Does Burke broadcast from home?
Nobody has the ability to.
Oh yeah, no, he had a nice home setup.
And he has a direct Comrex hookup to us. So we're gonna start putting him on once we get in Orlando, Seth. We're gonna start having like Shannon on every Friday.
Oh yeah.
For like the last kind of like a Stein episode.
Yeah, what's buzzing with Burke? I love it, Bubba.
Buzzing with Burke. I like it. Good job, Seth. It takes a little bit of the madness away.
Yeah, we'll mix him in a Freaky Phone Friday, and we're good to go.
Hello.
Maxi Pad, 1999 Super Chat. F the Trolls.
Thank you.
The King.
Hello.
What's going on, Bubba? Duck God from chat.
It's who?
Duck God from chat.
All right,
I just want to say, screw those trolls, man. You get so many people for so many different things, and you make us laugh all day. There's about 5, 6 of us that listen to you every day on my crew. We just appreciate what you do, man. Thanks.
I really, you know what? Thank you so much. Calls like this mean way more than I, than I act. But I really I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys jumping through a few hoops to find us. Thank us. Thank you.
So when we showing up to a Magic game, Bubba, and really letting Orlando know that we're, going to swing our testes around, and we're not going anywhere for the time being.
When we develop a relationship with the Magic, but at that point, I would say you probably need to stay out of that process.
Well, I had season tickets in '87, so I mean, they'd probably love to see me again.
Yeah, but
we have a hookup with the Magic through 820.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're the man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cause courtside for the Sacramento Kings. Oh yeah.
I got the phone lines. Is that Charlie?
Nope, not a one.
Oh, okay, exactly.
I'm taking care of 3.
813-90 Bubba. And then let me. I don't even know that I'm going to get into the abuse allegations.
You've covered it before.
Yeah, I've covered it before.
Talked about it.
Yeah, so making me.
Yeah, don't let him hijack the show.
Exactly. Hello.
Good morning, Bubba. It's Scout.
Oh, beautiful.
It's such a soothing voice.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I feel like fine. I feel
I'm home.
Yeah, I'm with a person that likes me. Thank you.
Can I touch on 2 things really quick? First, I need to give some love to Kenny Biz. He is the man. I can't. We caught up with him, of course, at BARP this year.
You're talking about shivering Ciro Niaz Biz Ciro Kenny Prez.
Yes.
Yes.
Brain neurosis extraordinaire.
Yeah, an actual now retired brain surgeon from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill or something like. Let me at one time I think Kenny Price actually was the head of the neuro brain department.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's Bubba Army, and he looks like he's straight from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Well, Big Gulp tweaked herself back in December and was pretty tore up when we were there at BARP. And Kenny did an exam on her and said, "They're lying to you. You don't have a groin pull. Whatever's going on is in your lower back." And so when we got back to Tucson, she petitioned. They finally did a scan of her back. And Kenny said, "Don't believe what they tell you. Send whatever images you have. I want to see them. Overnight them to me." So sure enough, he said, "You got this going on in your back." Well, when Big Gulp went in to see the workman comp doctor, he said, "Oh, you have normal wear and tear age in your back. There's nothing wrong." So she called Kenny and said, "This is what they're saying." He took it upon himself to call the place that did her images, chewed them a new asshole, and needless to say, she now has an appointment with who she should have an appointment with coming up.
Wow.
He's the man.
He is. He did that with my mom too. They were saying my mom had some type of sciatic nerve, some type of issue. And Kenny just said, "Hey," Kenny Priz said, "Hey, get an extra copy of the films or the whatever and send to me, and let me just read them. Let me just look at them." A lot of times, the people that do the diagnosis and are looking at these films, they have to look at 100 pair a day, so they don't really they just throw them up on the whiteboard, look quickly, make an analysis, and then move to the next. Well, when you got a guy like Kenny Priz who's going to take these things, throw them up on the whiteboard, and really dive into them, and that's the only thing he's looking at for the next 20 minutes. You can sometimes get a far better read from a person that cares other than a person that's just doing their job.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to be a long road from what he's saying. She's looking at surgery and 3 months of rehab. And that's once we get her in to see a doctor, which we can't seem to get an appointment for because we seem to have a doctor shortage like we have everything else in this country, which is crazy.
But we got Chinese people coming at an alarming rate. I'm sure we're going to have some Chinese doctors, in the hospital soon.
Exactly. And then when you were on vacation, I took the opportunity to stumble around on the Sirius XM dial a little bit just because we've kept it because of sports all these years. And there's a show biting off you. They have a hot mic segment when they go to commercials. They do, if you're watching their video stream, they do a hot mic. They won't hire you, but they'll steal your gimmick.
But what's the show's name?
It's Jeff Lewis live, and he's on. I can't think of that gay guy because I can't stand him.
Andy Cohen. It's an Andy Cohen channel. Jeff Lewis is
the cokehead.
Yeah, Jeff Lewis is a
Seems
realtor.
like a good time.
He's a realtor from California. He does like a
and
reality
he has some
show.
reality shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing. What SiriusXM doesn't realize is that Jeff Lewis or whatever, who does a reality show, is not a radio guy at all. And he, probably doesn't know the craft of radio like some of the great radio people they've let go. You know what I'm saying? Me, Rich and Cavino, what was the guy
Rich
from
and Cavino really that great? Yeah, you mentioned them a lot.
No, but they were they were solid radio guys.
They were one of the original.
They were one of some of the original radio guys that were there.
They're a Playboy channel, weren't they?
And they were they were on some of their channels.
No,
well, in the beginning they were
they
Playboy.
were on Maxim.
And then Maxim.
But they were pretty solid. I mean, they're pretty solid. And they had Rude Jude, and they had Jason Ellis. Everybody, there's different shapes and sizes of personality that you may or may not like, but those guys were all radio guys, and they moved the needle, and they made SiriusXM what it is today. And now SiriusXM is, firing. They just, I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, that they got rid of Ron Bennington.
Yeah, I think they did.
And so it's just like you're getting rid of everybody that's brought you to the dance to bring in these celebrities. They gave Kevin Hart. Who's the guy who does Ozarks? Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman,
They
yeah.
give Jason Bateman, Kevin Hart, and one other dude.
Well, Conan O'Brien, they signed a big deal with.
$100 million contract because they think that Kevin Hart, Jason Bateman, and Conan O'Brien, are radio guys, and what they do will be as funny and as subscriber driven as radio guys.
The Smartless podcast.
Yeah, they bought that
for $100 million.
Yeah, I know.
Bateman, they're biting off exactly. He's got a big podcast, so they're trying to get a bite at his podcast numbers. The other thing that they're doing is that the guy from the Black Eyed Peas, Will.i.am, he's doing a radio show talk/show now, and his co-host is a female artificial intelligence.
Oh no,
computer. I kid you not.
Man, thanks for the idea.
Heard it yet?
Hey!
I was thinking about oh my God, you may have just given me a remedy to finally get rid of her.
It's okay.
I mean, we could just type in
Jewish
slanting, Jewish
health
nut with conspiracy theory tendencies, and boom, that could be that's our AI Willie.
That's me.
All right, my man.
Man.
You
just misgendered Scout.
You know what? Scout she could care less, and I apologize for that.
I totally care less.
All right.
It's that Dykey Butch haircut. But I love you guys so much, and I just love having you guys every day to tune into. It's a little touch of home when I'm out here rolling around by myself. I appreciate it.
I know, and you're going to be
Don't let the haters mess with you, Bubs.
Are you rolling around by yourself? And you've been doing it, I think, since November. You're part of a tandem.
Well, early December, I've been out by myself since
and
then.
So her and Big Gulp, her wife, they're married. They're
my wife.
Yeah, they're married.
She's very nice.
They're married. Very nice. Very nice. They're lesbian truckers, and they're huge Bubba Army. Some of the largest contributors. Like they're the royalty of royalty.
They buying those shoes?
I don't know. I mean, all right.
I'm afraid to ask.
I won't wear high tops because I got too big of cankles, but they're gonna look really good on my shelf with some of my other Bubba Army.
There you go. Yeah.
And of course, I want mine signed.
Yeah, this is Seth. This
I
is a
gotta
must.
hit it up with the crick.
This is a must-have for the Bubba Army.
I'm starting to see that. That's where I would like to must have the pair you offered me yesterday.
I don't know if I'm going to know.
I would like to have them autographed.
So anyway, Scout and Big Gulp are a lesbian trucking team, and they've been trucking been tandem trucking for, God, what, 15 years?
Oh, no, it'll be 25 years in
God
June.
damn.
We've been trucking together.
And tandem trucking, really, you can make a lot of money because while the one person's sleeping because they can't be on the road but 10 or 11 hours, the other one, the truck's rolling. The truck does not have to stop. And because I think what the normal single truck driver can only run 11 hours.
Yeah, 11 hours, and you got to take a 10-hour mandatory break.
Yeah, so during that 10-hour mandatory break, one of them hits the bunk and the other one gets on the gear jamming deal, and you guys can get double the miles, double the money. Well, and so you develop a routine where what she drives during the night and you drive during the day. And, and when you got to back into places that are really, really tricky, you got to get her out of bed sometimes because she's the king backer upper. But
I don't know. I think I'm ready to throw down with her when she comes back out. She might claim, "Oh, my back." But I've gotten pretty gnarly at it.
So for 4 months now, nearly 4 months, you've not even had her in the cab. You've got to be you got to be going crazy.
You mean sexually?
Sexually and just sexually and just routinely. Like that's part of her routine.
Our whole relationship has been in this truck because we met trucking and then we started teaming right away. So it's been bizarre to be away from each other.
There's a reality show that Fox should come up with.
Our
Lesbian
little
truckers.
puppy had to have.
Well, we should take it, Bubba. Let's pick it up. Forget Fox.
Our little puppy had to have knee surgery, so she's not even out with me. So I'm truly alone.
All right, Scout.
I know.
We love you.
All the women in my life are falling apart, Bubs.
I got to get going. I'm running behind.
All right, love you.
Love you
that was
too.
a cry for
Appreciate
help, Bubba. She said all the women are falling apart in her life, and you said, "All right, see you later. Buy my shoes, bitch."
Time for another bathroom break. We'll make sure they wash their hands.
Gross, your mouth was open.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Arabian Nights.
Run shut up, Panda, 100 bits. Good morning, Mellowood. Bad boss. It is. Steve's a grumpy old man.
What's up, Jay Gator? What's up, bro? Good morning.
Good morning. Fat pig.
Hi, my favorite. Seriously, laugh so hard.
Crash that PayPal. Oh, at the Bubba Harvey. Good morning, sunny days.
What's up, Snizzix Slayer? Sometimes you're nice, sometimes you're not. Felix the cat, good morning. Sometimes you're nice, sometimes you're not.
Morning, Shadow Panda. want clothes? Sure do, Terry. Felix, 25's big ass nose. Steve Coco. What's up, Sniz? Oh, babe. I like clothes. I haven't used mine in a long time. Oh, wow. T. I heard something about it. I haven't looked it up though. In detail. Oh,
Sorry, that's a bunch of fucking cards we don't need.
sounded like a bottle.
It's just a big fucking stack of like 100 cards.
What's up, Snizzook? Knock Doc. Good morning. Beer Guru. What's up? Looking on the Cash App. Blood Group Ups. Writer.
Did you work out any details of when Daniel Rose when he was here?
No.
For your road trip or anything?
Not yet. He was here for like 5 minutes.
Oh, he was? He's here for 4 hours or 5 minutes. Do you know what it is? Didn't you say it's like at the end of March or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta call him today.
Okay.
So I'll find out. I'll let you know.
Tell him I'll work his booth with him.
Oh, yeah, that's...
He just runs the whole fucking show? What a fucking boss, man. You think he'll let me set up for free?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he just walks around.
Well, I mean, I could get a little, just give
No,
me
I'm saying him. I think he just, kind of just...
He runs the show. It's his show.
Yeah, no, that's
what I'm saying. He kind of angles. I saw one. They have one at that hotel.
I've been.
Broadcasting live
Filthy bastard!
from the den of sin. Just leave your morals at the door.
Yeah!
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
February is health, or I should say heart health month in the United States, and more than half of the U.S. population would still benefit from blood pressure support. Super Beat Heart Chews are the #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended way to support healthy blood pressure. They even promote heart-healthy energy without the stimulants. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beats are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle in itself. Over 40,000 5-star reviews and counting. Super Beat Heart Chews support heart-healthy circulation, so you not only get blood pressure support, but you also get productive, heart-healthy energy without the crash. We have several bags of Super Beat Heart Chews. We love them. In fact, I need to remind me to get a hold of my rep and get another case or so.
Yeah, we're out.
Support your heart health with Super Beat Heart Chews. Get a free month supply of Super Beat Heart Chews, all on all bundles. And you're also getting a free full-size bag of what, Lummy?
Turmeric.
Yes. That's a $25 value, and it all starts and stops by you going to BubbaLovesBeats.com. Get this exclusive offer only at BubbaLovesBeats.com. 813-90-BUBBA. If you're a troll or Charlie, you're getting immediately hung up on. I just don't have the patience for it currently. I've just been trolled to death, not only digitally, but also on the phone as well. So leave me alone, please. Thanks. Hi, who's this?
How you doing, Bubba? This is Zach from the great state of Oregon.
I can tell that's probably why there's a little bit of a delay because, we're traveling, we're obviously speaking from a far distance. I got to think that's probably somewhat because it sounded like it took a long time to introduce himself.
I grew up in Lakewood Ranch, and
great place, by the way.
Pretty much my whole,
lot of hot MILFs in Lakewood Ranch. Oh,
I love it.
Oh. So anyway, what do you got going on, Zach from Oregon?
Well, basically, I just wanted to call and support because I listen to the podcast. I listen when I can.
Did you hear yesterday's flip out where I flipped out? The podcast was only about 14 minutes long. Seth got me all churned up, and I got a little bit of chat cancer, and I flipped out.
Yeah, I go on Google Podcasts, and I can see the duration was hit at 14 minutes, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? But I listen nonetheless, and I think Seth is a great addition to the show. I think Anna's really coming into her way, not that she needs any accolades. And what you're doing is incredible. It is really incredible because I really believe in the digital presence. Like in the next 3 to 4 years, you're going to be
I think
there. Like
I really do think a lot of people think that I'm insane, but if you would have taken Lummy, our 2017 show, and the amount of money we made and digitally, and our terrestrial thumbprint, and just the overall makeup of the show as far as co-hosts and characters and the quality of the program, and you take what we have now with Seth and Dan and Anna and Macho and Rhett and you. And then we're approaching 7 million podcast downloads. We have 108,000 followers on YouTube, 155,000 followers on Facebook, 109,000 followers on Twitter. I mean, we have some impressive digital currency as well, enough to be able to pay the bills. And we've come a long way. And I think that that's all my vision, all my hard work. Hiring. I didn't have to hire anybody, but hiring the right people, trying to have a product that people will pay for, so that I can put on the show. And as I've been scouting out my potential competition, I got to tell you, looking at my lineup and the sound of my show, after listening to a little bit of that, and I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, but I'm like, man, that is real crappy compared to the product that I put through your speakers, and just the different personalities that chime in and our chemistry. Wow, I'm excited about brisk competition.
And I'm a connoisseur of the content. Like I listen to multiple podcasts, and I know I guess it's everyone's taste, but obviously Joe Rogan, there's a couple other comedy podcasts, and I continue listen to you guys because what you're saying, the camaraderie and the stories and the behind the scenes stuff, and I think it's incredible. And I think if it's digitally represented and enough people get their eyes on it, it's going to be amazing.
I think we're fixing to pop, my friend. I really do. I really think we're getting ready to get a big break.
I heard you talking about being in an RV behind the studio and doing everything you have to do with multiple agencies and everything you've been through, and you just kept fighting, and it's admirable. It's awesome, and it's something I listen to every day.
I mean, I went from living in the back of my trailer, buddy. I went from living in a 31-foot trailer behind the radio station because I was getting ready to lose the radio. I was getting ready to lose the building of the radio station. The bank was going to foreclose on it. And I just sold my house before they were getting ready to foreclose on it, but I did sell it. And so the next that they were going to foreclose on was the studio, unless I could find somebody to buy it. And realistically, this is a very real estate wise, commercial real estate wise, this studio is very specific. there's not a lot of businesses that want to move into a radio station. I mean, this is specifically built for what we do. This was a warehouse that we made into our application, and there's just not a lot of potential people that want to buy a warehouse that's set up for a radio studio. Happened to find a guy named Mark Tate who believed in me. He's like, you know what? I used to listen to you, and I believe in you, and I'm going to buy this building so you don't lose it. And you can continue to do radio, and I believe in you. And so if you think about this, in 2017, I lived in a 31-foot trailer on a 90-day foreclosure gimmick. And now, fast forward to where we are now I got a staff of 7. We start a 50,000-watt FM talk show, an FM talk signal in Orlando on Monday. And I got my own sneakers.
Bitch.
I mean, from living in a 31-foot trailer, getting ready to lose your studio, to having your own sneakers that they're writing articles about. I mean, that's pretty pimp. If I hate to be braggadocious myself.
Well, I found you pretty, I guess, organically. I was getting out of the military, and I was in a VA program in Tampa for PTSD, and we were working out in the morning, and they just had literally like a radio, and I believe you were on 102.5 or something like that, and I'm listening to this stuff, and I'm like, this is incredible. And
that's when I was on a big super sexy signal, and it's been downhill ever since.
I see the digital stuff, and it's the digital stuff. I'm telling you, like Calta, he's done. He's dead.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to get into all that. I mean, great for him. I got a whole new.
I watched his podcast with Bobby Kelly. It's pathetic. They have like 4,000 views. It's boring. You have Joe Rogan.
Listen, they all at the end of the day, they may be a little sexier in Tampa than we are, but they're swinging from our sack when it comes to what we're doing digitally. They wish they were us.
I can guarantee you this: nobody at the University of Oregon knows who Mike Calta is, and I guarantee you right now they know who Bubba the Love Sponge is. And
there
time
you go.
will come.
There you go. Maybe Phil Knight will be next. Because now where you went, Phil Knight, the inviter.
Yeah, he's the main supporter of that school, I believe.
Exactly. Hey, man, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we needed that call.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Great job.
I mean, it's true. I went from living in a 31-foot trailer, losing the studios, having no money, to look what we got now. I mean, we got $5,000 podcast tables, bitch, about to get ours. One of the things that I've been getting a ton of emails about are people, and listen, for the people that listen to the show or watch the show, by whatever means that you get the program, and you like this person and don't like that person, and you like this portion of the show, or you don't like this portion of the show, or you think that I got ripped off on my podcasting table, or you think that my Jeep ducts are too big, by whatever you have in your little head. The one thing that I do get is Dan is a Trump mark and just drinks the Trump Kool-Aid, and I get tired of it. And I like to address that. I would like to address that this show kind of skews Trump, and I'd like to address that, and because it pisses a lot of people off. And here's the deal. Listen to our show for the entertainment factor that we bring. We do get a little political at times, which I don't like to get too political, but it's the day and age that we're living in right now. We talk about what pop culturally is going on, and pop culturally, we're what? 8 months away from the presidential election?
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
it's in the news every single day. So.
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about the trials and tribulations that Donald Trump is having legally. Everybody's talking about the incompetence of our current president, regardless of what your political affiliation is. I know Democrats that are like, God, our president has really deteriorated. This isn't the way I thought it was going to go when I voted for this guy. And so when we talk about Trump ad nauseum, and you think that we're too much, at Trump, here's the deal. Why don't they throw us why don't the Democrats get off their ass? Who else is there of the two, don't you think there has to be a change? Of the two, Now, if there has to be a change, and one of those parties, I mean, I think that Donald Trump has the Republican nominee locked up. I mean, yesterday was Michigan's primary, and he beat Nikki Haley 68 to 26.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a bloodbath. It was an absolute bloodbath. And so, I don't know why she doesn't politely get out. Donald Trump's going to be the candidate. Now, is he going to be able to be the candidate? Is he going to be in prison? Is he going to get arrested? Are they going to pull a fast one?
Stay tuned to find out.
We don't know. We talk about that a lot, as does everybody. We don't know. But I think it's the Democrats' responsibility to put a better candidate up to get potential people excited about the candidate, because nobody likes the guy that's in there now.
But I mean,
so it's their. So if you're mad at us because we're talking about Trump, he's really the only person to talk about right
Dean
now.
Phillips.
He didn't do too well yesterday.
So right, like, you know what? Hey, Democrats, put Gavin Newsom up here that I can deep dive Gavin and talk good things about him, or find some good things that he's done for the state of California, or find some bad things that he's done.
There's
but
plenty.
Give me somebody other than what you got now, because I think you could literally put anybody, and you say, and everybody's like, oh, okay, if I'm voting independent, Robert Kennedy. You know what? I wish that Americans weren't so effing shallow that you could put a guy that has the type of vocal situation that he does, that we could look beyond that.
That just is so hard to listen to, though.
And make that guy, our president. I wish he had a real shot, but we are so judgmental and so mean here that you're never going to put a fat guy. I mean, we just put our first black guy in there. Next is going to come a woman. But we're never going to have a fat guy, and we're never going to have a guy that talks like this.
Bubba, it's bad. It's really hard to
The guy's
listen to.
brilliant. The guy's got some really good ideas. When you talk like this,
Bubba, I think the show leaning right doesn't have anything to do with the Democrats not rolling out a candidate. I think no matter who they ran out there, I think the show would still feel how it does about Donald Trump and that side of things.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think that maybe certain members, but me as the host, I try to stay as neutral as I can. I know I'm probably very Trumpish right now, only because I think you would even agree that he's the only person right now that they're throwing at me that could potentially, be the president that's better than what we got.
Well,
they're not giving me anybody else to even consider.
At least he's not crapping his pants and eating ice cream all day.
They need to give me. Hold on. I represent the average dude. They need to give the average dude somebody else to rally behind. I have a choice. I don't have a choice now.
You and Dr. Dan were swinging from DeSantis' nuts and have switched that. And everyone was complaining 2 years ago that you guys were, loving DeSantis, and now
here's the thing.
You've seen things and switched.
You can't listen to your favorite male-skewing content show or whatever you like, whether it's a terrestrial morning show, it's a podcast, it's a digitally distributed show like we have, both terrestrially and digitally. You can't really listen to your favorite show and they not have a political slant to them. Everybody's got a little political slant to them. And maybe you don't align with our slant, but don't bitch about it. That's just the way we are. That's the way we're wired. We have some counterbalances in here so that not everybody's sucking the Donald.
How many complaints are we really getting about that? Like 2?
Yeah, like 2 or 3.
Okay, well, that's.
And they hate Dan more than anything.
Really? More than me?
Oh yeah. Because but it's like.
I think they're jealous of Dr. Dan.
Hello.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I actually had a dream about Dr. Dan last night.
A sexual one?
No, not a sexual one at all. I stole his Ferrari to impress.
That wasn't a dream, friend.
To impress these girls, and
did it work?
It did. It did
It's
work.
like fast.
No.
Like that old lady yesterday morning.
Nope. It was working real good until Dan finally found me. I'd driven across town, and Dan had finally found me. And then me and these 2 girls were walking out. Not that even 2 girls can fit inside Dan's Ferrari, because I think they're only a 2-seater. And we were walking out of the restaurant, and my car was gone because he had come and gotten it. And then they knew that I was.
Who stole my stolen stolen car.
Who stole my stolen? And they knew I was a fraud, and I got clowned.
Oh.
Maybe that they say dreams mean things.
I thought you were going to say like you guys tag teamed them or something.
No, I
that'd be
wish.
super hot.
Listen, I mean, I could have lied and come up with something like that, but the bottom line is I stole his car, I impressed some girls, he stole it back, and I'd like a jobber. Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Pedro.
Hi, Pedro, the pool guy, formerly, whose wife is a flight attendant for a major U.S.
Used to hoe out, doesn't anymore.
Used to hoe out to the captains, but doesn't hoe out anymore.
So sad.
Yep, that's right. It's cool.
R.I.P.
Hey,
R.I.P. to the former hoed out flight attendant. God, and I don't care if you're a man, maybe even a girl.
Yeah.
Tell me that isn't a cool fantasy.
It is pretty hot.
I mean, Seth, you're weird, but you still are very sexual. Do you find that? Do you find that not really kind of a turn on niche porno? Like a flight attendant has sex with captain during layovers. Isn't that hot?
I've never really pictured myself as a captain, so it's hard to put myself in that scenario. And I like a lot of porno. I like it to happen, on land. So that's just me.
Okay. But this is usually when they're at their hotel waiting for the next
I thought it was
flight.
like on the plane. Everybody got off.
But sometimes a flight attendant will sneak up there and snap off a quick one with the captain.
Mid-flight?
For real.
That could be dangerous.
Pedro, didn't your wife say that happened a lot back in the day prior to 911?
Yes.
That a
She
flight
was one of them, actually.
Yeah, she actually got some in 37,000 feet,
On
Captain
9/11. That bitch was crazy.
Captain D. Yeah. So what do you got for me, Pedro?
Yeah, it was. We went to the orthodontist with kids a couple weeks ago.
Oh God, hold on. You can stop right there. Tell me that doesn't sound expensive.
It
we went to the orthodontist with the kids, which means you're putting braces or some type of straightening device on the kids, not just one kid. One kid will cost you $6,000. Tell you that right now. So your kids got crooked. How many of them?
Well, we have 3, but only 2 are getting braces. I got a 16 and 12-year-old, and they both need braces.
And how much is it?
Well, I got to say that the place we went is here in Fort Myers, and they were the best price and the best staff I could ask for. And it ended up we have great insurance, so we're going to have like minimal out of pockets, but it's going to be about $6,500 a kid.
Did you say 6,500?
6,500 a kid.
That's what it was when I got Tyler braces back in the day. They're about $6,000 back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You better hope that little Phoebe Cakes, little Sethy comes in with the straight chiclets. Seth.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I think it's a whole racket. So I'm very against retainers and braces.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
I swallowed part of mine when I was a kid.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but you don't want your kid to have jacked up, cornrow teeth, willies,
Yeah, that's Phoebe had screwed up teeth, so that might be in play to buy her $6,000 for the chiclets before we got married. So
Sunny Days, $100. Congratulations on Orlando win.
Thank you very much, Sunny Days. Anything else, Pedro?
Yeah, so I'm wearing my Bubba Army shirt, my Bubba Army belt buckle, and he comes walking in. He's like, I got to tell you, I like Mike Calta. And my wife looked at me, and she said my face turned bright red. And I said, let me tell you a few things about Mike Calta. He likes to punch women in the face.
So your orthodontist walked in and automatically saw you were Bubba Army, and he brought up that he was a Calta fan?
Yes, sir.
All right, and so you're like, man, let me tell you about that. And then you told him about the time he punched the merch crick in the face and got away with it. And did he know about that?
Well, so his staffer was a female, and she's sitting there, her mouth dropped. And he was like, well, that's not what Mike Calta said. I said, then you need to find the video. Give me your cell phone. I'll send you the link.
Oh, jeez.
Because he's a liar. Oh, man, I went off. I went kind of crazy. And Aaron was like, yeah, so about the kids' braces. And then when we finally got out of there, we get home, and she's like, you cannot do that. I'm like, what? The guy's an ass.
The guy was misinformed.
But now your kids are going to have effed up teeth.
He blatantly lies about what he tells his fans on the air. He says, so orthodontist says that Calta claims he was attacked.
He does.
Said, then you haven't seen
and
the
hold
video.
on now. And the state attorney, talk about the biggest screw job. The minute they were going to arrest Calta until they found out the merch crick was my girlfriend. And once they found out the merch crick was my
I know.
girlfriend, then they decided not to arrest Mike Calta. And the excuse that the state attorney, the 12th Circuit, what's his name? Ed Broski? Ed Broski, the state attorney, the excuse that they gave Erica, who's the victim, was that she initiated contact with him by trying to retrieve her phone, and that he was only trying to defend himself and keep her off of him. Not to mention that he grabbed her phone and took it and deleted things and went through her phone. And she's like, give me my phone, give me my phone. And he refused, and then called her a dirty C word and had her removed from the facility. And he got away with it. It's just it's the Bubba factor that I feel is going to change soon. I think us being in Orlando, and I think another thing that's going to happen here in the next 3 or 4 months. I think that this year and especially next, we're going to get another shot at not being pop culturally the dick or the bad guy.
Well, I hope so. I'll tell you though.
Did you send them the link?
Hell yeah, I did. I sat right there, and my wife was giving.
It's right there on my Facebook page.
Guy.
Yeah.
You're damn right, and I sent it right to him, and to his staffer that was sitting there. Now, I got to say though, if he's listening, Doctor, I love you, man, and I really hope that you no longer listen to Calta because he's an S-bag. But as far as you guys have kept me sane through the last year. My mom passed last year on Easter, and then my wife's been in and out of the hospital, and it's been an absolute pain in the ass. So you guys have been my bright spot for the past year and a half.
Appreciate you, Pedro, and it was good seeing you at Barp. We'll talk soon, okay, bud?
All right, love you.
Thanks. Love you.
Bye.
No, his. 81390 Bubba, not that them. Jesus, it seems like a call-in show.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
They've been waiting.
Yeah, they have been waiting. So let's reward them. And
they haven't had 2 Fridays in a row, so
true.
Hello. Gummed up.
Hey, Bubba.
Yes, sir.
I'm on there right now to buy the shoes, and where do I ask for the signature and order instructions?
Yes, and other instructions say I'd like these to be autographed, please.
Okay, awesome. I'm doing it right now. Thank you, Bubba.
All right, buddy. Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army store.
Sweet.
BubbaArmyShop.com. Your opportunity to buy the Bubba Trump-inspired fat guy dunking a donut. The Bubba Army sneakers that hey, you didn't see anybody else come up with, like, I got an email from Randy Michaels and some radio guys saying, wow, did you know I got one from Howard Stern? I think I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Saying, wow, what a brilliant promotion. Like, what a great promotion. And I got some news on the deal. I think it was pretty cool.
And we're going to make some Kiss Ash.
Yes, and we're going to make some Kiss Ash.
To buy more.
Believe it or not.
Absolutely not.
Everything you heard about him has been toned down for easier public acceptance. The Bubba Show returns after these words.
Get ready for some motherfucking preview.
I want to hear people out.
I wanna get some fruit in my mouth. You want some fiber with some fructose to give some energy but make you full. You want some vitamins and minerals. The seed, the greenery, the fiber. Fiber is so good for you. It's a prebiotic. All your good microbiomes that you eat. And that is good for them. Because that improves your mood, brain function. Yeah. I love fiber. It's so good for me. But then you also get the sweetness, the fruits of the strawberries are so bad this season. I hate the strawberries. Bubba likes some. I guess sumo oranges. Are they true?
Man, shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Jesus. Fuck is she saying over there?
What's up, Dr. Dance Luna and Maker? Thank you, Skippy. Hello, the fat pigs. Are you one more? Sorry. Oh wow, Dark Fantasy, that's pretty extreme. That's a plane. That's all I got, DMS. DMS. God, show me the way, because you're trying to break me down. David, talk to me. I thought you were watching porn. That was totally cool.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, that guy that confesses to the murder
David, talk to me.
on a ring camera.
What is he alive? Is he breathing?
He's not breathing. He's dead.
Wait,
Why,
what?
David? Why?
The timing on the way home was unbearable, and we got here in just 20 seconds. The next we was gonna go to the game. We was gonna go with Jacob. We was gonna fight girls. We was gonna take girls going to sleep over. I said no, and I told him no, and I was over there. And I made sure.
This is Lumby.
Oh my god. He wouldn't shut the fuck up, so I had to shoot him. Did you?
We provide personalized and effective service for each customer's unique needs. Step into happy. Step into Happy P Plus.
Tonight, there's anguish and anger in the small college town of Athens, Georgia, following the murder of a 22-year-old nursing
What up, Felix? What up, Permagram? What up, Bloomin' Onion? Yeah, Berto, I threw a couple of extra WWE cards in your package, my friend. I got a bunch of wrestling cards.
Hogan.
No Hogans.
Beat you, Hogan.
What up, Anth KDD? What's up, Orlando? Meet you in Maitland. No, no Elway rookie cards. Before my time. But all these people that are pulling shit down from their attics and clearing out their old cards might have one. I'm with you, man, Ace. Let's get some lax, man. You got it, Berto. I put Big E and Kofi Kingston in there. I figured everybody loves the New Day. Thank you, Zolt. That's what I'm here for.
people we trust. In Bubba, you lust.
Naughty, naughty.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
You need any merchandise, Bubba Army merchandise, Bubba Army store, Bubba Army shop, or BubbaArmyMerch.com. That is where the very much ballyhooed and controversial and they're even doing news articles on it. Air Bubba, Trump-inspired, all-gold, patriotic shoe is available. If you want to see the article that was written yesterday by Penn News?
Penn
Live or
PennLive.com.
I don't know if it's the Penn State newspaper or if it's the Pennsylvania newspaper. I don't know. But the headlines read, Donald Trump gets competition from Radio Shock Jock in the golden sneaker market. Goes on, and it's a fair article. And then it has an actual click where you can click and see and maybe potentially purchase my Air Bubba Fat Guy Dunkin' a Donut Gold Trump knockoff Willies. And they'll be available until, and autographed as well if you want. Make sure you put that, or as well I should say, put that in the notes section and I'll sign them. We're expecting them to be here, Lummy, in 4 to 6 weeks. We might actually have ours. How cool would it be if we get ours before he gets his?
The coolest.
That'd be the coolest. So anyway, go to our Facebook or our Twitter page, both at The Bubba Army, if you want to read that article. You know Donald Trump's going to probably be briefed about that, don't you think?
Of course.
What if he tries to sue me? That'd be so cool to be in court.
That would be super cool.
Be like,
I'll
hey,
still
Donald,
vote for you, though.
be like, hey, Donald Trump, do you own the trademark on stars and stripes and gold? Because that's the only thing I ripped off. Was a gold based base model of a shoe with stars and stripes, up on the top there. That's the tongue. My tongue is different. Yours says, I don't know what yours. I don't think he even says anything. Mine says Bubba Army. And then yours just has a gold T on the side, and I have my infamous Air Bubba Dunkin' the Donut deal. So go ahead, buddy, sue me away.
Yours is cool.
I'm 4-0. Don, I don't know how good I don't know what your record is right now, but I'm 4-0. That should be heavily considered prior to bringing a lawsuit on me.
That's right.
Is that I'm 4-0, bitch.
That's right.
I need to come up with a shirt with that. I'm 4-0, bitch. Sue me. Hello.
Good morning, guys. It's Not So Smart Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Up, Longwood?
Hey, I got a quick question for you. Did Liberal Gary ever call in and say how thankful he was for that beautiful ring you gave him? Oh, he didn't.
Nope.
I would have.
Oh.
Yeah, one would think that we were so nice to give one of our biggest now I wouldn't say haters, but opposition to what we just biggest woke ass liberal snowflakes that the show has as a fan would be represented by said Gary of is he from New Mexico or Arizona
New Mexico.
Yeah. And he calls in and he just we suck, everything's wrong, we all blah blah blah, and then he usually gets sniped for 100. We got an interesting way for you to pay us. If you don't like something, you can snipe a guy for 100. There's lots of different ins and outs of being Bubba Army.
And another real quick question.
We're talking about rookie move. My headphone jacks fell out.
Really?
You need me to put it back in for you?
Can we come up there?
No, I got it. Thank you. So so we give that guy the ultimate, prize is a Bubba Army ring, and we ask the Bubba Army, please, as kind of a swerve, just a different vibe instead of this hate vibe that everybody has. Let's give one of our proponents, because we had it. They made an extra Gary one, Lummy. Now, if I was taking a Gary away from a legitimate Gary, then that would be not cool. But this was an actual extra Gary ring.
Yes.
So we're like, we'll give it to Gary. We give it to Gary and haven't heard from him since. Really good point, sir, on talking about how much of an unappreciative a-hole he really is.
And real quick, when you're number one back in Orlando again, are we going to hear Safety Dance again?
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I should have played Safety Dance for Fort Walton Beach.
That is true.
But we'd get a copyright strike. So,
all right, guys.
All right, buddy.
I don't want to take up too much time. Have a great day.
See you later. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye, Gary.
We knew we should have given it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary Longwood?
Oh, yeah.
You're right. We should have given it to a guy that supports us.
He was a shark guy.
And likes us.
Bringing the shark to the Lightning game.
Oh, is he the guy? Oh, yeah, he's the guy that did that.
Yeah.
At the back of the 98 Rock days, right?
He's been with you since the beginning, Bubba. You don't remember him.
Yeah.
Let me, who's Eric Harry? Is that a screen name?
Carey. No, he's just Eric Carey. He's fine.
All right. He just gave us a little PayPal love.
Thank you.
Cash App and PayPal at the Bubba Army. Here's something that's very Lummy-like. Lummy, not that I think you'll ever kill your child.
Oh, God. I was like, Jesus
Christ.
I don't think you would ever kill your child.
No.
But I was kind of like, do it all.
But if you did, if Walker really got on your nerves and Ashley wasn't there to control your emotions, and Walker was just really doing some egregious stuff like this kid was, and then you accidentally killed him, and then you had to report back to Ashley via the Ring doorbell. I think this is very on brand with like how scattered this guy is. Here we go.
Oh, hello.
Hold on. So should I tell you about the story first? Before I play the
set
video.
Set it up a little bit.
All right. So David, I don't know how you say his last name.
Contreras.
Yeah. And this is in Florida, by the way.
Yeah.
A Florida father had used his home's doorbell camera to confess to his wife that he had just fatally shot their son during an argument. David Contreras, age 52, is caught on camera apparently admitting to killing their 22-year-old son, Eric, in their Miami home last November, according to newly released footage obtained by the local News 10. He's not breathing. He's dead. Ooh. Contreras could be heard telling his wife just moments after allegedly opening fire on November 3rd. At one point, a distraught Contreras could be seen crouching down on the ground and covering his face with a hand. The footage, blah, blah, blah.
22.
So, Lummy, I think we all know that, Eric, the 22-year-old, got on his dad's nerves, and there was obviously a murder that took place here. This is the doorbell footage right here.
Shady Grady, $100 on the Cash App to send shoes to Joe Rogan.
Oh, should I? Listen, before we get into this article, hold on here. Who do you think? Because let me, it's about promotion. Who should I send promotional shoes to? Dion, I already got him locked in. Okay, so Dion.
And Joe has talked about the shoes, the Trump shoes.
Joe Rogan. These are all people I can get a hold of. Tucker.
Yeah.
Do you send it?
No, he would laugh. I mean, come on.
I'd send it to Joe.
I don't think Tucker would. Joe might actually cover it. I think Tucker would scoff at it.
Probably.
Tucker would, yeah, he would.
Maybe give Stein like a 20% code.
No, give Alex. He gets a pair. How about, here's the one. How about Roger Stone?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, he'd love those.
See, because he knows Donald Trump personally, but that might not be good because, I don't know. I'm going to put Roger.
Yeah, that's true.
Roger question mark. That might make Roger mad. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who else. Tony. I don't think Tony would wear them. I don't think.
No, I think your best bets right now are Stein, Dion,
Rogan,
Joe Rogan, and that. I think that would be.
I agree. That's who we're sending the shoes to.
Perfect.
The biggest pop would be if you could get Dion and Rogan to talk about it, right? Yeah. Here we go. Doorbell camera shows moment father confesses to murdering his son. So this is, I'm assuming the mom might be like at work and she has the doorbell ring cam on her phone.
Or maybe she heard something. I don't know.
No, I think she's not there.
I know, but heard something on the ring camera.
Oh yeah, she probably got a notification that somebody was walking in and out, which was her husband. And she's like, hello, what's going on in there?
Oh, hello. David, talk to me. Is he alive? Is he breathing?
He's not breathing. He's dead.
Can you imagine? You're on the other side of that. I mean, you're her. And you're thinking never in a million years that your husband has the ability to kill your son. And he says, I mean, and you're having to get this information while you're at work or certainly away over your phone, via your Ring or doorbell, camera app.
But why, David? Why?
The fighting on the way home was unbearable, and we got here and just from one second to the next.
This is where Lummy kicks in. This is like Lummy. Not that you'll ever kill Walker, but I could see where like a series of events could like just drive you crazy as a father.
It too well either.
Here we go. So why, Lummy? Why?
The fighting on the way home was unbearable. And
can you just see Lummy?
Yeah, kind of.
We got here and just from one second to the next. He was gonna go to the Keys. He was gonna go with Jacob. He was gonna fight girls. Would it be okay if girls go and sleep over?
No, see, it's not Lummy. Just totally.
Yo, what is this guy on, man?
I was gonna go over there tonight and make sure. He says, "All right."
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Odie.
Well, of course, she's not there.
Julie heard you. Julie heard you. Julie heard you. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Odie. Please call my brother. I just talked to him.
Where's your brother?
Please.
Where's your brother? He's gonna go to jail.
Yeah, forever.
No kidding.
Forever.
Bye.
Like he's going to jail for a long time, killing your son. Right.
Speaking of killing sons.
Unless the son had something like a baseball bat or some kind of situation where he was defending himself, but it didn't sound like that. Now, what were you saying? Speaking of killing sons,
I put another story in there that I would argue is far more horrific than that, and I got way too deep in the hole on the Court TV deal with it.
Which one are you talking about?
It's where a mother and her older son were torturing a younger son with autism for like years, putting him in cold baths, making him
That sounds fun.
making him eat hot sauce, like locking up the fridge. I have what Lummy has. Just horrible shit. Oh, how'd that happen? Where am I? Who am I? So sorry.
Can you resend me the article?
Yes, sir.
Please resend me the
If
article.
you still wanted to go into that guy, there's another video where they show the body
So
cams
sorry.
too.
What's that now, Lummy?
They show the body cams of like the police after you hung up. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah.
Keep
Can you
going
get
on
it to me?
I just sent it to you. The link.
All right. And so this is the dad who killed the son,
Yeah.
right?
And then the cops show up.
And then the cops show up, and then this is the body cam of the cops.
Yeah.
Probably right here or down.
104. The video. Right there.
Okay. So
at 104.
Hello? He's gonna go to jail.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Get on what we're saying. Put your hands on top of your head. Put your hands on top of your head.
So I guess when you've killed your son, even though you probably don't pose a threat to anybody else and you just made the most horrible mistake in your life and you'll be in the prison for the rest of your life, I assume that cops are trained that you have killed.
Mm-hmm.
And when we approach you, we're not going to be friendly about it. We are going to be guns drawn.
Even if you set yourself on fire.
Yeah, even if you set yourself on fire, going to be even if you set yourself on fire, guns will be drawn on you. Cops, they come in serious. So when you just killed your son, that's the report that came over the radio. They're not coming in and saying, "Oh, Mr. Johnson, tell us what happened." They're like, "On your knees now, bitch."
Yup.
Guns drawn, right?
Yep.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Get on what we're saying. Put your hands on top of your head. Put your hands on top of your head. All right, interlock your fingers. Let's go. Hey, let's move up. You'll be passing.
They got the whole. They got
damn.
5 guys there, 3 of which are SWAT.
All right, I got door. Shit, you pass that. Shit, I got the door. Stay right there. Right there. Right. Oh my God.
Who else is in the house?
No one. Just me and him.
Well, just you.
No one's in the house.
No, just my dead son.
Yeah.
No.
What are you calling? What are you calling for?
I shot my son.
Come on, let's go.
He's right there. Right, walk right. Oh my.
Where's your son?
Walk right in. Walk right in. 10 feet straight in.
What's your son's name?
Eric.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. He's not going to answer to it.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I sent you that article.
About the torturing.
Yeah.
And you
that was crazy. I listened to way too much of that.
Now, was this via a podcast?
No,
Or
well, I
was
scrolled
this-
down. I was just listening to the judge just ripping her a new a-hole. If you scroll down more.
All right,
can
scroll
hear it.
down.
But yeah.
Boom.
Yeah,
Right
I was
here?
listening to.
Is this-
that's like the short summary, but I was actually listening to the.
Well, should we listen to the short
Yeah,
summary so it
listen to
gives us a short
The
summary
details, I believe
before we
so.
deep dive into the judge, knuckle deep?
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect.
The brother of the teenage boy tortured and killed by his mother on the lakeshore.
And way to pull it back tight there, Mom.
Wow.
She looks good.
She's still hanging on. She's that 48-year-old anchor, that 49, 50-year-old anchor that still wants to be an anchor, but she has to.
Will spend the next 30 years in prison. In December, Paul Ferguson entered a guilty plea to child abuse in connection to the death of his 15-year-old brother, Timothy Ferguson. Norton Shores police say Timothy weighed only 69 pounds when he died in July of 2022. Paul testified against his mother, sharing details which included force-feeding Timothy hot sauce and putting him in ice baths.
So this is the normal child, and they had an autistic. They had an
normal
Well,
is-
they
yeah,
had.
yeah.
He wasn't. I guess wasn't deemed autistic by his
Correct.
mother.
He looks evil.
And so
Oh,
this
he
this
is.
guy looks mean as hell.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
he's the one brother that didn't
The
take a
adult
lick.
son, yeah.
And him and his did he participate
Yes,
in it?
him and his mother tag teamed on torturing
And now he's
the younger
flipping.
brother.
So the state then says, okay, we got two people that have done it, but if I can get the son to flip on the mom,
which he did,
then we can give the son 4 or 5 years and give the mom life in prison. But that requires us to get one to flip.
He said he was suffering from Stockholm syndrome.
Because if you don't get one to flip, then it just your case is way easier when you have one of the two participants telling you the truth. It just wraps up your case, right?
Yeah, but they got a lot of text messages of them enjoying and tag teaming interesting and creative ways to torture the younger brother. It's really
hours at a
disturbing.
time. During his sentencing this morning, he did show remorse.
Is that the mom?
That's Mama.
She looks like she'd be a torturer.
Yeah.
What reasons could justify my actions? I could make up 1,000 and never believe one. What words could voice my regrets? I can think of millions.
None of this is. I mean, because you're reading this.
It's not like he just did it one time by accident because he was pressured or something. This went on for years.
That's enough. If I could do it all again and do it right, I would. I feel I will pay for my choices and yet never feel better. Because he's still gone.
In sentencing Ferguson to 30 to 100 years in prison, the judge says he does not believe he was manipulated by his mother.
Oh, so he flipped, and the judge just said, "Great, thanks for the info."
The judge is awesome. He's like, this is a bunch of BS.
Thanks for flipping. And I know the state told you might get 5 to 10 for flipping, just really laying it all out. But I ain't buying it. I don't have to do a deal with anybody because I'm the judge, like Chet Tharp. And thank you for the information, but I'm giving you 30 to 100 years. Now move along. Now let me get the mom up in here. So now is this the
Is that the Court TV one? Is that the one you just watched?
I don't know. It says this is the full hearing. Maybe we watched the abbreviated one earlier.
Oh, keep going down. It'll be a picture of the mom. Yeah, that
Right
one.
here? All right.
But I skip to.
I got to tell you, sometimes I get on Court TV and I just get. Then they do the after bar or the side bar. Where am I skipping to?
Maybe like 40 minutes.
Okay, 40.
And that's I started watching just the judge being like, "What the hell?"
Put clothes on him to make sure, I guess that he.
So this mom and her older son, the eldest of two, the youngest son supposedly was autistic, and they
nonverbal. Yeah.
The oldest son and the mom tortured this autistic kid. Well, they killed him.
Yeah.
They killed him, right?
Hours before he died, the older brother, put him in an ice bath for 9 hours.
An ice bath
for nearly 9 hours.
Man,
it was horrific stuff.
Those people that are doing ice baths for anti-aging only do it for 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can't do it more than like 5.
Yeah, at 5, your organs start freezing up, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Like Titanic kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like he was actually wearing them, that he was hiding his poor condition, even though you already received text messages, weeks earlier of how bad he looked. You testified yourself how highly intelligent you were. In fact, that's the only thing that you testified to that I think was actually true. You were quite proud of that, boasting how intelligent you were. And not
God, you know what? If I can't be a high school football coach, I want to be a judge.
You'd be a great judge.
God. Oh, I would love to be a judge. See, Seth, you wouldn't make a very good judge because you'd snowflake out and feel sorry for him. I'd lay the hammer to him.
I don't think I'd be good at anything, to be honest with you. Just sitting here being a bitch is probably the best thing I'm good at.
Well, why
Do you need a hug,
do you
bro?
feel like are you having a bad day today?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is a depressing story.
Yeah, back-to-back stories about killing your kids are just, you know.
Okay. All right.
That's
Back to
fine. That's
cards.
what people want to hear about.
I was just hoping that I hadn't done something to cause you to have
No,
an
no,
internal
I'm-
meltdown.
So you're not so bad of a dad, Bubba. There's way worse people.
Not only that, but your actions in hiding this child. You hid him from his grandparents. You made sure that your other son, G, or little man, as you call him, didn't see him. You know, those text messages talk about not wanting anyone.
This is the judge that's sentencing the bad mom. He already gave the participating son, who had flipped as state witness and laid it all out, gave him all the information, gave him all the text messages, gave him everything they needed, and they told him they were going to give him kind of a sweetheart.
It was going to be 9 to 15 years.
Yeah, so they told him, hey, listen, flip on your mom, tell us everything, the truth. It'll just wrap this case up for us. We're going to get 9 to 15. Judge goes off the script and says 30 to life, bitch. Appreciate the info. Love him.
To see him.
Not the kid, the judge.
I want to see him in that condition. You made sure that the garage was closed. When you sent him out, there was no pants.
Boy, honorary Matthew K-Cell is fixing to lay the wood to this bitch, isn't she? Isn't he?
To clean out the garage. I don't want to believe it because I don't understand. I can't wrap my mind. I've been trying now for this entire case to wrap my mind about how somebody could do something so horrific, not only to another human being, but to their own child. I'm a father myself. I love my kids. I love them with unconditionally. But quite frankly, there's a mother's love that I've seen that is striking. And anybody who's a parent who's married, most mothers, and not all, but most mothers have such a strong love for their children. And
you know, it's true. It really is. And if the dad, I guess we don't have any mothers, you know, in our little group of people here, but we have some fathers, and we all had mothers, and it's the special bond that a mom has with a child that a dad could never replicate. There are certain things that you can do with your dad, but your mom is your mom. Like your mom
is your mom.
Yeah, I mean, like your mom's your mom, man. Mom always makes things better. Mom can always fix things. When dad's being a dick, mom's right there. Moms are cool. And like, man, for a mom, now we just saw a story of a dad that killed his son. And I can't say that I can even, can't even fathom how that would ever happen. But your mom who bore you, who carried you, who gave you life, it's a bond that no man can have, because we don't have to have this little peanut inside of our bellies that start out the size of a peanut and then turns into an apple and then turns into a fist,
Bigger fruit,
and then turns into
bigger fruit,
whatever, little size watermelon that she pops out at 8 pounds. But he's right, man. Moms have this special bond that none of us men can even wrap our heads around. It's a motherly, mama bear protective bond that us dads don't have.
To see what you did to your own child. I don't know if there's a word in the English language to describe how to describe it. I only can come up with just horrific. You intentionally and systematically tortured this child. And let's call it what it is. It's torture. You tortured this child. This wasn't punishment. This wasn't
not tortured this child, tortured your child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some children that I've been around that I wouldn't mind torturing.
Sure.
I'm just kidding you.
Right.
Like that screaming kid when you're flying to Vegas, love me, it's a long ass flight, and you got this little 8-month-old and said that curl, that
blood curdling scream.
Someone
give that a baby a booby immediately.
Be like, man, whip out your right boob and give it some lactation immediately. Something.
Please.
I can't take it any further.
Trying to curb his behavior, you tortured him.
I wouldn't do anything to that baby. I'm just saying, it gets irritating sometimes.
It does.
You monitored him obsessively. You all the things you did. I looked through every one of the messages: bread with hot sauce, wall sits, up and down the stairs, sleep deprivation, ice baths, making him puke up food, monitoring his bathroom time, giving him 60 seconds in the bathroom if he went to urinated, or 5 minutes if he had a bowel movement. You made him sleep in the closet. You threatened us to make him sleep in the garage.
How could you be that? I mean, I could only be that mean to somebody that I hated. That I have zero, like my enemy, right?
Right.
Not my kid, making him, you only get 5 minutes to poop and 60 seconds to pee, and you have to do, wall sits and all these physical things, and putting hot sauce on bread, and right? I could never think of any of this nonsense.
But just what makes it even weirder is that she didn't treat her other son that way, and they were like tag teaming on the autistic younger brother.
I would think as the autistic younger brother got a little bit bigger, even though he's autistic, he probably could fight back a little bit better on mama, so she needed some support.
Not when you're not feeding them. He was 69 pounds when he died.
Oh, that's true.
And they'd restrain him.
So would they restrain him? Would they tie him up in bed?
I think so.
Yeah, yep. They had motion
Bass go
detectors and
directly in
cameras
his mouth.
closet.
He made him put his hands over the head.
And what I got?
Henry
We got
Winkler.
Fonzie.
I got I got 90-year-old Fonzie on me.
Yeah.
Get off me, Fonz.
Made him work in the garage with no pants. And there's two other.
Well, let's just be honest. Seth does that a lot, so I mean that's not really an odd thing. Seth loves to go through his Ryobi collection in the garage with no pants. Yes.
After I kill my kids.
Things that
No.
Oh, no.
After you teach your kid another party word,
Right.
then you go out into the garage with no pants on and look at your electric Ryobi collection.
That's right.
that didn't come out in the trial, that were in the messages. One, that there was talk of blindfolding him, depriving him of his physical sight as a punishment. And the last thing that struck me is
You know what somebody should do, man?
What?
We're gonna call it even. No time, no punishment time. We're just gonna do the same thing to you what you did to him, and we're gonna gouge out your eye. You obviously didn't want him to have eyesight, so you blindfolded him so he could not see. So we're just gonna go ahead and take that and make that a permanent deal. So Jim, go gouge out these two people's eyes. And let's make them do, you only get 5 minutes to poop and 30 seconds to pee. And we're going to make them, before we incarcerate them for the rest of their lives. Yeah, it's just going to be incarceration. Before we incarcerate for the rest of their lives, I think maybe, Lummy, they're always passing new rules and stuff like that. They should pass a new rule where they make you go, if you torture somebody, then you should have to get the same torture administered to you prior to getting put in the clink.
There you go.
Right?
Havoc, 1999 super chat to the depressing topic. Yes, they should.
just absolutely horrific in terms of your thinking. There was mentioning of giving him salt water as a punishment. One of the text messages talks about, hey, tell Paul or tell Tim that I'm not going to do the salt water punishment. And your reasoning for not punishing him was that, oh my God, we can't get him salt water. That could hurt him. That could kill him. But it was because you didn't want to give him another excuse to sit down on the toilet because he'd have diarrhea. He'd have diarrhea, and so he would have an excuse to sit down for a few more minutes while he was diarrhea from salt water. That was your...
I used to say kids are slaves to my kid when I would make him go find me the remote control. Kids are slaves. Tyler, go find me the remote control. Show me how to use it. Kids are slaves. But it was an ongoing joke that we had.
Right.
I think maybe he may think that
it's real.
Yeah.
Excuse. That was your justification.
As a smartass, I would always say, kids are slaves. Now go get me something. Go into my truck and get my glasses. Lummy, when we were growing up, man, our dads made us do all. Back in the day, man.
Hold on. Lummy are the same generation.
When I was growing up, being an old mother effer,
listen, my dad was a slave driver.
My dad didn't even have a remote control on the TV, so I'd have to stand there, and he'd go, "No."
Why? We had to sit next to it.
Yeah,
we had to sit at least.
No. Yeah. Okay. You're right there. Hold on. So then he gets locked in on something, and then you're starting to. You can kind of inch away. No. Hold back on. No. No. And then he'd find like some type of something that he liked, and he'd let you go. Okay, go ahead.
Wait,
But us young 5 and 6 year olds, we were our dad's remote control.
Yeah, the greatest invention was the remote control. I remember when we got our first cable box. Oh, it was great. I could sit on the couch.
Not that it would hurt him.
I remember when we got our microwave. Oh, that was a big deal. Getting a microwave. Oh my God.
Did you not have those before?
No, I think we
in the
didn't
30s when you grew up. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
30s. Wow.
I think we got our first microwave like in 1980, 1979. That's 1979. I was like in 7th, 8th grade. That's when we got our first microwave, and we're like, hold on. So you can take this bag and put it in there for 3.5 minutes and get a whole bag of popcorn, right?
It's magic.
It is magic. I remember when we first got cable, Lummy, and before that we had you just had like 4 or 5.
Yeah, turn the TV dial with the antenna,
and then you had like the HBO and the Showtime that would show like
squigglies,
and you'd try to. The first movie I ever masturbated to was Nunzio.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
What's that?
That's such a weird movie.
It's a real weird movie, and it was on like HBO or Showtime or Cinemax or whatever. One of the show was it Showtime? I don't know.
Didn't it have subtitles
the movie channel. And it was like an Italian kind of, I don't know, but he ends up.
It was in 78.
He ends up blasting his chick over a table in the kitchen. And man, don't think I didn't set fast time on my penis on that several different times.
It's hot.
Nunzio. Lummy, can you see if you can find it?
Oh, I have
With new allegation.
You got it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's probably not airable, is it?
Well, you want to see the blasting part?
Yeah.
Send
me the blasting part. We'll get to that next, okay?
Uncensored.
Yes, a lot.
Unflappable.
I drink dirty bananas and laid by the pool.
And uneducated.
Unhealthily. Is that a word? Unhealthily?
The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Right now I have the trailer. I'll send you the trailer while I look for that scene. Sent.
What's up, Lunger? Sorry, I gotta. Whew.
You okay over there?
Yeah, man. Sorry, those fucking stories don't bring me to life at all. What's up, Mr. Kostika? I see who that is.
I know the story. Good morning, Jack. Sorry, much. Push me in the drink here.
Yep. I got the hard drive out, so we'll be able to pull the data off. Obviously, this is from Bubba.
What up, DDP?
Can you send me the wiki on Nunzio?
Yeah,
What's it about?
It's a man who's a child? It's a weird fucking movie.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. They're gonna suck this year, but I like this jersey.
Good morning, Big Lunger.
Nice alternate.
Good morning, DDP for life.
No, I haven't thought about interviewing the merch crick at all.
I'm looking that up there. Cool People RV. Been a long time, Cool People RV.
What's up, Phil Digataro?
Yeah, you gotta sign up, buddy.
No, this is a Michael Kopech jersey. I got a couple Franks at home and an Ozzie Guillen. My brother bought this for me.
You see Ken Griffey and his dad playing catch in Field Dreams?
They were? Oh, that's pretty cool.
They came through the cornfield.
Who's playing? Are they? Who's playing the game this year?
I don't know. I thought
either the Reds or the. What's up, Jay Bowler?
The Red Sox have played there a couple times. Haven't they?
Nah, Snook. I'm not a 199 guy.
Good morning, country girl. San Francisco, St. Louis.
Okay, neither one of. I don't think they didn't play for either one of those teams. They're probably just ambassadors, probably for the game.
Well, it was weird because it wasn't like a promotion thing. It was. I saw it just as they came out and there was other people around, like kids, and they were just throwing. It was like a film from like kind of far away. The one I saw.
Yeah, Coastal, I did see that story. Somebody actually posted that in the Bubba forum that I read, and they tagged me on it.
Morning, country girl.
I got a Pokemon card, country girl. His name's Ball Guy. It's the only thing I know about Pokemon. Fuck, I don't think Bouncer. I don't think Reinsdorf's going to get $1 billion from the city. I definitely don't think so. He should not.
6 months, same as cash. To stretch that refund, even.
I'm moving YouTube. RBA.
Yeah, I got a couple things cooking, guys. I'm looking to introduce some new talents and characters into the Bubba world, so, you know, I might probably bring them along, you know, having them on a podcast first, but I'm open to anything that gets some downloads.
Because your download slut, say it.
Download slut for sure. Download slut.
Oh my! Isaac, you're trying to build a new stadium for the White Sox?
Well, dude, I mean, I know
Kaminsky's or whatever it is now.
He built this fucking stadium in like '90. Like it's.
But where are they gonna put it?
Right there, in that same kind of area.
Chicago.
They yeah, dude. He doesn't put any money into the team, but he wants $1 billion. I mean, that just I don't even think Chicago would put up with that right now.
Sounds like the Miami.
But remember, dude, back and so Jerry Reinsdorf. Remember back in the day, he was going to bring the White Sox here.
Yeah.
And then.
89.
Yeah, and now he's flirting with Nashville. He had a meeting with them, with the mayor. So he's just a fucking.
He's a typical.
He's just a fucking flim-flammer.
So I guarantee they put Chicago does pay $1 billion for the stadium or whatever. It also look after. I'm saying like once it's built.
Well, it will make them worth how much more.
That's what the Marlins did. The Marlins gotta get the state to pay for the whole stadium, and then a year after that, he brought all his players in, and so the team made a shit ton of money.
They're like a bunch of sharks circling in the water, searching for blood or any sign of weakness, and are ready to strike. This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I forgot I had this Seth Kushner piece of mail from Jay-Z Gonzalez. Kush, come up and get it.
Come on down.
Seth Kushner. Come on down.
Come on down.
For potentially,
Seth Kushner.
it looks like maybe a check from JC Caviar Tacos.
The next contestant on the Bubba Army.
Probably some kind of flamming, shady card break Bill Buckner 86 deal that I don't know about.
Oh, yeah, you don't know
sold
about
those
this.
Bill Buckner cards?
Yeah, yesterday I told Seth, I'm like, listen, I will break with you and do all the Bubba breaks and stuff like that, but, listen, I'm not really worried about the money aspect of it and the whole deal. So I'll just be there to help.
All right, here we go.
Is this your email correspondence from Caviar Tacos, JC Gonzalez?
Just broke me off. $10 check.
Woo!
He doesn't believe in Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. He believes in old-fashioned checks.
There you go.
And I sent him a bunch of Lions cards. So
he's a Lions guy.
He's a Lions guy. Yeah, I got more Lions stuff for you. So thank you, man.
Now listen. Moving forward with regards to what we do on the cards deal, as I think we're going to sell divisions. There's 8 divisions in each. NFC North, NFC South, NFC West, NFC East, and then of course AFC as well. We're going to sell divisions, and all the cards that we break will go to predetermined people that have paid 50 or 60 for all the cards in that division.
Yes, that is most of the our cards will be pre-sold the next break that we do.
Yeah, and we're gearing up for that right now, are we not?
We are, yeah.
Yes, we are. Yes, hi, who's this?
Yeah, it's Bergie, Palm Harbor. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Your name's what again?
Bergie in Palm Harbor.
Okay, it's something like Fergie and Paul's father or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna. Fergie in Palm Harbor. Hi, buddy.
I heard something funny yesterday that ties in with you guys. There was a Lummi High School in Bellingham, Washington, and there's a Lummi Island. I was figuring maybe you could go take over Lummi Island and claim ownership.
Where's Lummi Island at?
Check it out. It's off the coast of Washington somewhere, and I don't think anybody at Lummi should have it. And it's Lummi, but it is pronounced Lummi because I heard him talking about it.
But sir, from Palm Harbor, I didn't organically come up with Lummi. Like, I'm not the first person to name a person or describe a human being as a lummox. So that's where Lummi's names come from, because to me, he's just a big lummox, which in my mind, the way I've been raised, is kind of like a really big dude that's kind of slow and dumb. And that's Lummi. That's that's very, very loyal. Like of George of Mice and Men that would go out. I can direct him to hurt somebody, and he will. He will always protect me. He has my back. He's borderline Stockholmed. He's a Lummi. And Lummi. I think you were a Lummi from literally.
First day. You named me lummox. You said I look like a lummox.
So we were on Sirius XM. They're like, we're gonna bring in our new 4 or 5 interns that we got. And Lummi, did you do the show through a school internship, or did you just show up?
I did it through the school the first year.
Right.
But, it was just me. You saw me in the camera back in the merch, and you were like, who the hell is that big? And you were like, make sure we have extra people here when he comes in.
I didn't know he was
going
to go wild or something like that. And he's always been a lummox. So I don't think we need to go out and get islands in Washington and disrupt Lummox's family, or they're moving to some stupid ass island named after him. It's just but I appreciate the heads up, and more importantly, I appreciate you listening. Thank you.
Well, love the show, guys.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks.
You know, the Sphere in Vegas just got, YouTube was the house, they had
residency there?
They were doing a residency at the very much ballyhooed, is it called Sphere?
Yes, Sphere.
Is it part of a hotel? It's got to be.
I just think it's a theater.
It's definitely not part Jewish, the way that you were trying to say it before.
Schmear.
Well, can you tell me how I can Jewish it up a little bit, for our Jewish listener?
Spherensteinberg.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Well, so the Sphere is really, when I was in Vegas for Ronnie the limo driver's wedding, fighting kidney stones, me and Merch Crick
got high,
really, really messed up on some gummies. That was the only thing that would eliminate my kidney stone pain. And we went to the In-N-Out Burger, which was not that far from the Sphere
and the Cosmopolitan,
and we just watched it. And went from like a big happy face emoji, and we went through the whole cycles. And isn't it like I think the venue is like 18,000 people.
18,600.
And YouTube did a residency there, and now this would be so good for both parties, the Sphere and the band. But the Eagles are in negotiation with being the next resident band
nice.
at the. Which, listen, man, if your first residency was YouTube and your second one is the Eagles, now you're already laying that infrastructure that only you're not going to put jobbers in there. Carrot Top's not going to be in the Sphere.
It looks like it's owned by Madison Square Garden and also Sand The Sands.
The Sands,
which is
okay.
part of the Venetian parking lot.
Right.
I would love if there were not any residencies going on and just everybody's favorite band or artist would tour there, much like Red Rocks, which is a huge destination. I wish that the Sphere would be something that, all of our favorite bands could play. So, we could go unless we were only Eagles lovers,
Is that how that works with a residency? I thought
they just stay there.
No,
I thought there's other artists that come. It's just they're
No,
there
it's
a
just
lot.
them. It's
No,
them.
it's just them.
Just them?
Just them.
They're Carrot Top.
They're the only act and in that facility.
I didn't know it was the only act that they play. I thought that that's the only place where that act will perform.
Now, like the Mandalay and some of the places where UFC may have. I think UFC now has moved out of the casinos and now they're at the arena now. I think they're at the arena where the hockey team plays. So I think that's where UFC does their events. Prior to that, they would do it like at the Mandalay or MGM. People that there's a couple of these places. All of these places have venues that have. I think anywhere from 10 to 20,000 seat venues. Every major hotel, and so I think But you know what? Seth, residency is kind of what built Vegas. Elvis did. That's Wayne Newton,
Britney Spears,
Siegfried and Roy,
Celine Dion,
Usher.
Yeah, that's now. Do you do a residency when you're wrapping your career up?
I think so.
I think that is kind of
you stop going on tour.
The wrap on the deal, right?
Yeah.
And I wonder what the largest. Can you look up like what the largest residency has ever been? Like what kind of money do these bands make? Is it mega money? Now I've seen some of the writers over the years, like Elvis's writer and stuff like that, where what the hotel had to provide for him, and that was like his own like the VIP penthouse suite with 24/7 security. And then if you ever wanted to go down and play in the, play any type of gambling deal, they would rope off an area for him and, 24/7 room service. And like it'd be pretty cool, pretty pimp.
So it looks like also at the Sphere there is a couple other small things that go on during the day. But it looks like the highest grossed residency in Vegas was Elton John, $131 million.
Jesus.
For the $1 million piano from 2011 to 18 at Caesar's Palace.
So
7 years.
So 7 years, he made $131 million.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
That's not a lot.
No. And then it
What
looks
are
like
you
J-Lo,
talking about?
J-Lo was second with 101, and Lady Gaga
It's
at
like
78.
18 or it's like 17 or 18 million per.
Hold on now.
To not
He
have
made
to go anywhere.
131 million, and he did it for 137 million.
Yeah, 137 million.
131 million.
And he did it for 7 years.
Yeah.
All right, divided by 7. That's 18 million. That's almost 19 million a year, Seth. And you're right. And you don't have to go anywhere.
There's like probably no overhead either because he's probably got it all taken care of. You don't have to pay all these trucks to move all your stuff around. You're there. So I think that's great money, Bubba. Just imagine if you made 18 million here. You don't have to go anywhere else.
If I made 180,000 here, I wouldn't have to go anywhere else.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, if you want to go all-time top grossing, like it doesn't matter how many
Siegfried
years.
and Roy.
It says Celine Dion.
Hell
Really?
yeah.
Really?
Now she's stiff as a board.
385 million.
385 million. Wow.
Is that a lot?
Yeah. But was it a 10-year residency?
It was a while.
Yeah, it looks like from 03 to 11.
Almost.
That's where she made 380. Oh, and then they re-signed another deal for 296.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, this is Brad from Charleston, Caterpillar Heavy Equipment Mechanic.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, I'm hanging in there like hair on a biscuit. How you doing?
I'm doing great, bud.
Cheddar and a biscuit.
Hey, I emailed in a while ago about your kidney stone problem. You drink a glass of lemon water every morning, you'll never have a problem again.
Yeah, I've been told all types of remedies. That's one of them, of course, and I appreciate the advice, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So it looks like I was incorrect on the Celine Dion.
Oh,
because this was
boy.
so they were like it was a long article, and they finally gave her whole total. It was 683 million.
Oh, damn. Okay.
For her whole time in Vegas.
Pretty
That's
strong.
the largest one ever.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But so I wonder, like the in the sphere or whatever the hell it's called.
Spiel.
I wonder what YouTube made. Can you look up what YouTube made?
YouTube?
Yeah,
saying
Bono. YouTube. What did YouTube make? They were the first people to be residents at the Sphere, right?
They probably make $10 million a show.
Can you imagine? So I like the fact that only like what's next? AC/DC, Metallica. You know, it's got to be. You got to be mega. I mean, the Eagles. Wouldn't you not agree that U2 and the Eagles are mega? Like that's mega.
Yeah, but it's 18,000, Bubba, which is essentially filling up Amalie Arena. So it doesn't have to be like a mega band. It could just be. It could really be anybody. Somebody that's trending towards the. To me, that's too small for Metallica.
You think
it's too
so?
small for you too, but it's intimate, so that's why people would like it.
Right.
It's not a stadium show, which is what they're normally playing.
What
these
I'm
days.
saying is, like, I mean, I think they're establishing themselves as upper crust. Like, you have to be, you can't be mid-level pack, just up and coming.
No,
you gotta be,
they're big stars.
you gotta be a legend. You gotta be,
Britney Spears, Usher, Selena.
Right. Eminem, Jay-Z, Kanye, guys from that era.
Taylor.
She
got a long way to go before she's there.
Didn't she do a residency? And didn't Taylor do
I
a
don't
residency?
think so. That bitch is on a world tour.
Yeah, she's selling out, football stadiums 5 nights in a row.
Dude, she did 96,000 in Australia one night.
It looks like they're supposed to make $1 million per show.
Million per show.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I think they did 2 shows a day.
There were weekends where they did 2 shows a day, correct?
Yeah.
Was it you too?
So that would be,
Wow.
so 7, 8, so 9 million, right? 9 million a week.
Yeah.
Now, is that split amongst, the 4 or 5, or is that?
It just says U2. That's
how
what
many
they-
members are on YouTube? How many members are on YouTube?
It's Bono, Edge, and a couple of other guys. I think Bono gets all of the money, and then
he throws like 500 a night to the boys.
Yeah, then just check your Venmo, boys. You might get something.
He throws 500 a night, like what a standard studio musician would get, right?
He gives the rest of the money to an AIDS charity and just tells the other guys to just wait for the next gig.
Right. you know what? They just get a cut of merchandise.
That's it.
That's all. Listen, guys, you go get with the. He's got a merch crick too. Get with the merch crick to get your cut. DJ Khalil, is it DJ Khalil?
Oh Jesus, it's DJ Khaled.
Oh, okay.
It's Palestine's greatest export.
Yeah. Wow. Palestine's greatest export.
He's Palestinian.
And he is such a man. No matter how important I ever thought I was, or could be, or potentially could be, or never will be, I don't know that I would ever act like this. He's pulling up to obviously a beach or a sandy area.
Yeah, because he's in freaking Miami, so there's sand everywhere.
Right, and he doesn't want to get sand on his new shoes.
His Jordans.
This is so funny.
So he makes his bodyguards.
2 giant black dudes.
He makes these 2 giant black dudes that double as his bodyguards carry him through the area that's sandy, so that he can be on clean pavement. Yeah.
By the way,
on the back of a truck.
I mean, Bubba. I mean, if you want some bodyguards, I mean, you definitely want a guy that could carry DJ Khaled. So, I mean, I feel like
I need 2 big Lummy. I just need Lummy and another guy. Okay.
Yeah, let's get on the back.
Here.
I don't want to get my Jordans dirty. Can I get everybody to help me? Please, everybody help me.
Get on the side.
Thank you, brothers. I appreciate it.
You want to get in the back?
Can't mess up the J's. I'm performing live right now, right here on Miami Beach, South Beach. Shout out to Dave Brutman.
What's a little sand gonna do to your J's?
Mess them up.
I mean, like you can't go back to the hotel and get like a face towel with some water on it and wipe down the soles of your sneakers.
What about if he took them off, and then he walked to the truck, and then he put them back on? Is that a decent move instead of having 2 men carry you?
I think that puts sand on your precious Palestinian feet that you may not want.
That's true.
To me, I mean, like,
He is a national treasure, though. I must admit. Here's more of DJ Khaled.
This guy, for what? For just saying his name during some...
No. He's literally an insane character.
He's the about to light the whole stage up. Feel nice.
I sent you a compilation. I sent you a lovely compilation.
What, DJ?
Yeah, just his best moments.
Of his best moments in life?
Yeah, for sure. He's just a pimp. Oh.
when life gives you roadblocks.
Life, there's roadblocks. Don't let nothing stop you, because we ain't stopping. We gonna keep going.
Man, I could easily do this stuff.
You're white though, Bubba. You don't count.
That's right. If you're white and fat,
you're done.
You're done. You're done.
Called what?
That's just avocado toast.
This is called what?
Turkey sausage.
This is called what?
Turkey bacon.
And this is called what?
Veggie scramble.
And what is this?
Those are pickled banana peppers.
And what is this?
Berries and seeds.
And perhaps what is this?
Water.
And do you know what I do at this point? I don't know what he does.
God,
I don't know what he does from this point forward. But I did take it and I upended it and said, "Get me some biscuits and gravy."
Oh, yeah.
Sunday morning, Sunday brunch, Sunday breakfast.
This crap.
So
This healthy crap. Give me some biscuits and gravy, bitch. About to get mine.
That's right.
I mean, that's not even a badass pressure washer. That's one of those electric willies.
It's electric, like, yeah, it's the electric Ryobi one.
And mine like we have limestone. Ain't believing us.
Wow, it's pressure right there.
God, dude.
Okay, this is sickening me that we've made this guy this big of a star.
Well, that's not why he got famous and made his money.
He's
makes
a
good
producer.
music.
He does make good music, but he's so stupid.
Eric,
He was like an actual DJ for a while.
Eric Adams, who I think is the mayor of New York.
Yeah.
He's finally over.
He changed his tune real hard.
Man, this immigration thing has gotten way out of control. Do you think we can put our finger in the dam until the election, or do you think that it's Katie bar the door, let's get here while we can?
Well, Biden's going to the border tomorrow.
For what?
To go look at the...
To shake everybody's hand? Welcome.
Welcome. Here's some ice cream.
Yeah.
Automatic microphone shut off. Engage.
Why? What'd they do now?
Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
I thought the fat one didn't really talk that much.
I do like ice cream.
Bubba, if Trump doesn't get elected, I'm fucking leaving this country.
That's what you said about Biden.
Yeah, but to where? Because Canada's fucked.
Well, there's more than just Canada as a country.
So where would you go?
I'm not saying I'm leaving.
So where would you go?
New Zealand.
You go to New
Like
Zealand?
looking into it.
Huh?
Regardless of president stuff, I just want to prove it. Like,
No, I'm saying where would you recommend sending me
oh, fuck, I don't know. A home. Assisted living facility.
He's the best.
I'll hold you down. I'm on my way.
You know who you really can blame for the Palestinian?
Look, he's doing stuff in the pits, DJ Khaled. Sorry, go ahead.
Who you could really blame for the Palestinian thing? The Romans.
The Romans?
If the Romans didn't fall, they'd still be in control of Palestine. Never would have happened.
Or the Ottoman Empire.
No. The Romans defeated the Ottoman Empire to take over the Palestine.
No, but I mean, the Ottoman Empire got it later. They controlled it for a couple hundred years.
Yeah, but it's the Romans' fault. They just
I know, but
they
then
didn't
but then there
collapse.
was like multiple levels of where it
No,
came
yeah, but
from.
you got to start at the top because the Romans and the Palestinians.
Well, actually,
it was a
no.
It was a haven for the Christians.
Actually, before that, it was the fucking Greeks, bro.
I'm talking about
Alexander
the
the Great.
I'm talking about the Romans.
I'm watching that special right now.
The
You'd probably
Romans.
fucking like it. But you don't really like ancient history. You like World War II on.
No, I like ancient. I just.
I feel like you're not a big fan of ancient. But yeah, I'm watching that Alexander the Great historical docu-series, whatever. Shit's awesome. Talking about how they defeated the Persians. Darius III whooped some ass. Took his women, took his wife, and they thought he was gonna kill her. Guess what? He just fucked her.
She's no problem.
Statira. He's like, they're gonna kill my wife, and then word got back to him. He's like, she's alive, and they're like, oh, is she okay? He's like, yeah, she's not She's not a fucking slave. He made her his queen, and then he fucked her and got her pregnant. Imagine that. It's pretty bad. Shit.
I'm worried about the Love Sponge show. How am I going to help you? There you go. We'll be back in 5 minutes if you'd like to ask them or.
We got Alex today?
Yes, we do. The key by the door.
I'll break at 9:15 then.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's almost 9 o'clock, baby.
I'm sorry. Kitty by the door. Kitty by the door.
Do you still eat cottage cheese?
You know, they say kitty
Little
by
bit.
the door.
It's good with fruit.
It means there's trouble ahead.
Would you eat nuts?
I eat peanuts and cashews.
Yeah.
Peanuts aren't nuts, so. They're legumes. Cashews are good.
Yeah, they're trying to
I
hold
love
the door
cashews.
shut.
I like almonds.
You know, like kind of kitty bar the door. Stand in front of the door. No, Katie.
Damn, that was the loudest
Yeah,
hell.
Katie by the door. Katie bar the door.
Funny you mentioned Liberia, Tampa Terry. There's a guy I do jiu-jitsu with, and he said he's been to a lot of shithole countries, but he said
Oh,
by
there you
far
go,
the
man.
worst country he's ever been to
This
in
is
the
on- this is on
world
hold.
was
Alright.
Liberia. He's like, it was so fucking That's an interesting plan, Airtight. I'll hold your hand.
Who knows these things? Well, it depends on what historical book you read.
Oh, come on. Cody's going over at WrestleMania. Rock's going to turn on Roman.
You know, Honky Tonk Man's gonna come in and hit him with the guitar.
Oh my god. Did you know that?
Brooklyn Brawler's coming back.
Oh, man, the Brooklyn Brawler.
Mean Street Posse.
They're gonna do one from the top ropes with Shane McMahon.
His son just committed to North Carolina to play football.
Oh, Anderson died.
Was that Arn Anderson?
Arn Anderson.
That was Arn Anderson? Was Ole Anderson?
Well, whoever, the guy that from Horseman died.
So that was Arn Anderson? I didn't know Ole Anderson and Arn were the same guy.
Well, yeah, Willie Anderson, Richard Member of the Four Horsemen.
Oh, wow.
81.
That sucks, man.
Well, explain yourselves. Just like a six-pack of cheap Yiddish beer.
Doesn't surprise me. You look like a typical low-life character to me.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Again, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp.com. A lot of us spend our lives wishing that we had more time. The best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you, where it is as far as a priority. Therapy can help you find out what matters to you so that you can make a move on it and maybe do something. If you're thinking about therapy or starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited for your schedule. All you got to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time, no additional charge. Learn to make what makes you happy. Learn to make more time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/BTLS /BTLS for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com
/BTLS
/BTLS. Thank you. As I think no matter what political affiliation you consider yourself, I think the number one, like if we were to just take a poll amongst ourselves in the room and not be in show mode, be trying to be funny or be shticky, but to be like, just to be totally real, like just to be real and say, what's the number one thing that you're concerned about with regards to our country? And because, and with regards to our country means that might be who you vote for president to fix this thing that's troubling you. We all have in November an opportunity to, make a change or to keep what we got, or we have that opportunity. And I think in my world, what I'm most concerned about, because at the end of the day, do you think that there are some adults? Do you think that there are adults? And I think you're considered an adult after 18. Are you not legally?
Yes.
Yeah, you can fight for our country. I mean, you can't go buy beer or weed, but
cigarettes
or guns, but you can at least go get your head blown off in Palestine.
God bless.
But anyway, you're considered an adult legally, I think, at 18. Do you think there's anybody that's rolling around as an adult that doesn't really care about a certain aspect of our country, and they just roll with the punches, and whatever's happening's happening? Their life consists of playing video games and maybe or maybe not having a job, maybe living with their parents. Hard telling what their deal is in life. But do you think that everybody does have a little bit in the back of their mind, I'm kind of worried about this?
No, there's a higher percentage than you'd think of people that just don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't even
they
care.
Don't vote. They don't do anything.
Even think they even care that they're considered an American. Like, I don't even think they put any credence in the fact that you're proud to be an American.
No, they'd rather be somewhere else.
A lot of people
Play
are
some
fine
virtual
being
reality
American,
game.
but they don't care about politics. They don't care to learn. They just focus on their own lives. And to some degree, I met these people. I think a lot of them are happier than the rest of us, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They just watch cat videos. They have their little clubs. They have like some, bobo corporate job, which may pay well or may not, whatever. But they just stay in their own lane. They don't want to learn about politics. They don't like confrontation, and they live their lives, and they eat garlic knots, and it's great.
And so
I think they also realize that there's absolutely nothing that they can do. No matter how any one of us feels about the border, we don't have any control over what's happening down there. So
I think you're exactly right. I think you're exactly right. But unfortunately, we still like to fret over.
Yeah, look,
things.
I mean, it's not a good thing, but also when I realize that I have no control over anything, like, I'm going to focus on what's happening in my life. And if you want to try to convince me that people coming across the border are somehow affecting what I make here or somehow affecting my daughter's learning at school, I'll hear you out. But, like, there's just way too many things that I have to worry about, than the national stuff.
So anyway, speaking of the national stuff, just off the top of my head, I was going to do a little bit of a survey as to what is concerning us. Here's my top three.
Okay.
Immigration, the economy, and our presence within the world on how our country is perceived.
On the global stage.
On the global stage, I think we're perceived as vulnerable and weak. That's my three concerns. Now, is there a person that can fix that? I don't know. Is it sit down and shut up because you really can't do anything about it? Yeah, there's a lot of that. But I have a show that people listen for my opinions, get all riled up. I mean, Seth, we can't even make a podcasting table the right way without people hating on us.
I know, that's what's so great about it.
Yeah, I mean, everything we do is wrong. So, but I mean, and I think that I might align myself with a lot of Americans, red or blue. I'm concerned, very concerned. My number one with a bullet is this immigration situation we're going through. Can I fix it? Probably not. Can the person that I vote for fix it? Maybe. Lummy, what's your top three?
It's kind of close to yours. It's immigration, economy. Actually, it's all yours. Worldviews.
Yeah.
I wrote
And,
mine down.
Can I tell you what's not on my? Can I tell you what's not on my list? Abortion.
No.
I'm all for abortion. Suck it out, baby.
Oh,
I'm all for it.
Jesus.
I'm all for it. But I like Seth said, that's something I certainly can't do anything about.
No one can. Really.
Nobody can. So I might even get myself worked up about that. And I'm not in. But I have a vasectomy, and so I'm not gonna be getting anybody pregnant. I'm not gonna have to go through that decision. So that's off my radar. Seth, do you? I mean, not that you care. You've already said that you don't care because you don't have the ability to change things. But if I was to ask you to rank your three concerns about our country, not who can fix them and who can't, but what would they be?
My number one thing would probably be support over Israel and, trying to mediate something that could be positive over there so we just don't see the end of the world, which is the route that we're going by what's happening over there. And then I'd probably say, obviously immigration is a huge problem right now. Like, let's put some duct tape on that fence and, slow people down from coming in here. But other than that, right now, I'm cool.
But you have some concerns.
Like I said, Israel is a concern of mine and how that's being handled.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What should collectively, Rhett's mic's on, Macho's mic's on, what would be the correct way to handle Israel? My opinion would be we come in a lot more heavy-handed and support Israel a lot more so than we do, and we are, and not try to be everybody's best friend in the region and release the $6 million funds we did to Iraq and to Iran and help this. We're rolling up in there trying to be everybody's best friend, and I think that's just going to prolong the inevitable. What we have to do is we have to come in guns a-blazing, full American rock and roll, ass kicking for Israel and make this thing short work.
The problem is that everyone's scared that those countries then will just start trying to be terrorists in the country.
Okay, I mean,
sleeper cells.
But also Biden doesn't want to lose those votes from the left.
He's already lost them. All right, so Anna, your top three.
Number one is national security, and I think we can put immigration in that, because it's affecting the security of the nation, obviously. Second is global conflict, war. I don't want to see America involved in another war.
We don't need another war.
And thirdly, maybe people don't think this is as threatening as I do, but I see the culture war on American soil that seems to be tearing us apart, that leaves us susceptible for other bad apples like China and Russia to kind of seep in. And
so you're saying as much infighting as we do amongst ourselves,
right? We're making ourselves weaker because we're so
allowing
divided.
these Chinese intel to come in and pull us apart,
and also just the trend of wokeness and shutting people down. It becomes I don't want to become a heavily censored
but I
state.
don't think woke is reversible. I think once you're woke, it's like you got it.
And it's not necessarily wokeness. It's what wokeness represents, which is if you don't agree with us, we're going to shut you down. That's really the premise of their game, and that's the thing that concerns me the most, is shutting people down, shutting down civil discourse.
I've been shut down.
I know.
Brett, Macho, top three. Hello?
Number one is the economy. Stuff is way too expensive. And, 10 chicken wings shouldn't be $18.
God.
I'm paying too much in taxes, and the government has the audacity to ask for more of my money every single year, seemingly.
I got an IRS agent on my ass. Whew.
Number two, I guess I'll agree with Anna on the state of everyone disagreeing on everything and the infighting. And
how much we hate each other.
I don't want to be super dramatic, but a lot of people talk about an inevitable race war. I don't think that's going to happen. But we do spend way too much time fighting back and forth about stuff that ultimately does not matter, just to, so people can feel correct and right at the end of the day. And then I think Macho's got a third one. I think.
Protein's too expensive.
Protein's too expensive.
Whey protein.
Climate change is a real brother. Every high school vending machine.
Carbon dioxide is not a pollutant.
Yeah, like the economy affects me every single day.
Yes, it's too
You know,
expensive. the Green New Deal too. That
Macho
crap.
hears me complain more than anyone about just money. How expensive
Man,
everything
can you?
is.
I mean, can you imagine? But when you go to the grocery, I mean, I'm not trying to be Johnny Oldtimer here, but my
You haven't been to a
Lord.
grocery store in like 6 years.
I get the bill though.
I mean, when
listen,
bread used to cost a nickel, Bubba, I'm with you, man.
Bread cost a nickel, Paul.
I go
hey,
every-
Paul, remember when bread cost a nickel, Paul?
I'm a mountain bread.
Bubba,
So
it
good.
goes up. It goes
Paul,
up.
I love when stuff
every-
calls me Paul. When you talk about old timer stuff. Sorry about that, Paul.
It's gone up. I go every Sunday, and it's gone up every single Sunday.
What, bread?
Everything.
COVID
Every single
was the
thing.
excuse to lock us down and to jack prices up. They needed a big event to be able to blame it on. I mean, now, it's like, hey, COVID, bread costs more to make because of COVID. We had 2 years where we weren't making bread, and we're behind on bread production. COVID.
Are prices going to come down? I
Hell no,
think
we're
so.
screwed.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of here to stay.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
think bread's going to go
they
from
fluctuate. They fluctuate.
$5 a loaf for my Dave's Killer bread down to $2.99, which it used to be
X
pre-COVID.
came down, even though I think that was unrelated to COVID, but
Hello.
whatever.
Hey, Bubba, it's Dave West Palm. How are you?
Hi, Dave West Palm.
Hey, one of the things that I think the U.S. has done, and I think you can even relate it to your own personal life or most people's personal life, is we're trying to be friends with too many damn countries. And then what happens?
It's kind of what I said earlier, and the fact that in the Israel conflict, we're going in there
Playing
and
both sides.
trying to be everybody's friend when we need to just come in there and tell Israel, we got your back. Let's make this a Kiss concert and be done with it.
Yeah, because even in your own life, if you might have 20 friends, and you're trying to be friends with all 20 friends, but then maybe 3 or 4 of the friends out of the 20 don't get along with each other. Now you got to navigate between everybody trying to be friends and you trying to pick sides, and it gets hairy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening with the U.S. is we're trying to be everybody's friend, and we can't, and that can't. It's impossible.
Right. We're trying to be everybody's piece of ass, and we need to be a little bit more loyal to somebody. Appreciate you, bud.
You know the best thing about it?
Thanks.
Costco has never raised their rotisserie chicken price. It's still $3.99, and they said they will never raise it.
What about the rest of the stuff they sell?
Costco has $3.99 rotisserie chicken.
What about
But toilet paper's $50.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't see any relief in sight. Like things usually don't go down in price. You know what I'm saying?
We just kind of have to live with it.
Yeah, you just gotta live with it, and then I think the government tries to make minimum wage a little bit more, and all this
They try to adjust.
free money they potentially. Has anybody actually applied for that $6,400?
I thought it was a scam.
Well, is it?
Yeah, I thought it was a scam.
We
dude.
talked
From what I
about it.
understand from what I understand, it's a health credit, and there's a bunch of hoops you have to jump through to get it. It's not what those AI ads make it out to be.
Yeah, Bubba, you played a Joe Rogan where he was saying we just for we $6,400.
No, but I mean somebody's getting it. Somebody's gotten it, right? Or it wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, some
They wouldn't
Bitcoin
be-
miner in India. That's who's getting it. Sorry, outburst.
The outburst.
Yeah.
Talking about immigration, there's more details about what was he, a 3-time arrested?
2-time arrested, but
Caught
3-time, he beat the federal guy when he got here, and 2 other times
He
arrested.
got in the country, went to New York, got arrested, went to Georgia, got arrested, and then ended up killing a nursing student. And there's more details now where he bludgeoned her head to death and drug her into this desolate area. And this isn't a complete this is a complete tie-in to our immigration policy. This guy got in illegally. This is one of the many illegal aliens when we speak about immigration problems. This is not necessarily all of them are wired this way, but this is what this guy was. Was he not an illegal migrant?
Sure was.
Yeah.
So we have instances of these people doing some very bad things. Seth, on another note, before we go to words and talk to Alex Stein, I think you might want to hire Colton to be your coyote. And there's I think the migrant place is right down the street.
Yeah.
On Cypress.
There's one of them. Well, they've started moving a lot of those over to the airport area one.
Wait, what do you mean? What's going on?
Like at 7:30 or 8 o'clock down there on Cypress before that little park.
Oh yeah, I know Cypress.
There's this U.S. immigration processing center, and every morning about right now there's like 500 or 600 of them back down there.
I saw Florida News Network hanging out one day.
Yeah.
Is that before Ron DeSantis picks them all up and sends them to
I know,
Chicago?
maybe we should send.
It's
We should send during the show Florida News Network down there to interview a couple
We've
of
talked
these.
about it, yeah, man.
But Seth, here's what I'm saying. This
I think
guy.
we were gonna go film one day. Something happened. Something ended up happening.
What do you mean?
The smart car broke down.
Oh, it did?
We were.
We got a flat tire.
Smart car
We
work.
literally brought all of our stuff to go film that day.
And the smart car
And
had
then
the flat
I think
tire.
it was a flat tire or something.
Well, the smart car
dear.
and the Fenderworks sponsored Crown Vic are both running tip top. So if we could get that going again,
sweet.
But Seth, there's this place. There's a house inside Queens where they were sticking 74 migrants in the basement at $300 per migrant per month.
Okay,
So,
hold on.
I
Let
mean,
me get the numbers out here.
How many tents can we set up in the back?
Oh
Bubba?
my God! Can you imagine how many tents we could set up?
Oh,
I mean, we could probably set up.
All right, Bubba, we're looking at $266,000 a year.
Yeah. Lummy, listen, you know that old Nicky's old merch trailer?
That could fit
we
10.
Could, no, 10. We could have big red build wood bunk beds against, that you could put 3 every 8 feet.
Can we get some
6.
comfort, Bubba?
You could put no comfort. You want
just a
raindrop? You want to live under a bridge, or do you want to live in an air conditioning, former merch trailer?
I don't want to live on a 2x4. I mean, there's got to be somewhere between under a bridge and
They
on a
get a mattress.
2x4.
They don't care. They'll have a mattress.
And a pillow.
They'll have a twin bed mattress.
What do we get? We get him an old 3XL Bubba Army shirt that hasn't sold for them to use as a blanket.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, Bubba, 5X. Bubba, we could video it up too.
Yeah,
and put it on YouTube.
The migrant cam.
The migrant
Is
cam.
this legal, by the way?
And let's say we get 200.
Okay.
And we charge him 300 a month. That's like 60,000. Seth, if I told you, Seth, because of our new this is how you get Seth to agree to something.
I'm in already.
Hey, Seth,
Yes.
we're going to this new migrant program, which is going to require you to go back and talk to them and interview them every once in a while. But I'm going to give you an extra $3,000 a month.
Oh man.
So
I'll suck them. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Grossly overrated and rated grossly.
My sentiments exactly.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
At least making the voyage.
Well, some of them are.
I mean, they like to rape occasionally, so
yes.
you know what I mean?
Bubba, you got to talk to Stein about his mayor running last week.
Yeah. I mean, is there more news than
No. But we talked to him before he did it, and then he did a great job. So.
Oh, and he really wants those shoes, Bubba.
He does?
Yeah.
He's probably got a big ass foot, doesn't he?
I think he's got a 12 or 13.
He's probably got a 13. Hey, Cuzzo.
Hi, Cuzzo. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Alex, can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yes, sir. 448.
Sounds good.
I hit the like button on Rumble and YouTube. Bubba Nash, what up? Tampa Terry, sorry about the misunderstanding the other day, man. I just thought it was spamming, dude. Everything's cool, man. What up, Sicilian? What's going on, Tina? What's up, Kabuki Jones? Thanks, Unity. I appreciate it. Yeah, my brother got it for me. I just like the South Side thing. I actually didn't. I wore it for the first time the other day to a Yankee spring training game, and it's so fucking soft and light. I just feel comfortable in it. Like I wear it around the house. You're all good, Terry. I never banned you, though, man. No, I just had a misunderstanding with Terry. I thought he had a bit going with the lights. I thought it was a bit for the day. But I got no issue. Ha! I'll take it, Radio 11. Send the cards, baby. Let's hope the White Sox don't suck this year. Gary, I did not watch the men's elimination chamber because I knew McIntyre was going to win. I thought the women's match was good, and I'll tell you what I really like. I'm really excited that I think they're going to set up Bianca and Tiffany Stratton for WrestleMania because I think Tiffy time is fucking awesome.
Yes, whoever wins, wins.
And I love Bianca, so. Oh, Fat Pigs, I don't think anybody.
Don't
What?
let the cat out of the bag, but can you see my vision up front developing?
Fat Pigs, I don't think Terry would get me.
I wouldn't say a word.
I do need Bitcoin. I have none. What's up, Nick? Where's Nick? Nick said hi, I think. Yeah, there's Nick. No, I'm not worried about Tampa Terry. He's all good. What's up, Gene? X369. Sorry, I forgot how we pronounced that the other day. Thank you. What up, Dan? Dan Wiz. Dan Wiz. Yeah, I'm on Cameo. I get an email anytime somebody wants it. I don't think I have the app on my phone because I've had like one in the past 3 years, but I'm on there. $20. Yeah, the field stuff sucks, man. I'm hoping it's all a ruse. Thank you, Alan Bowling. Yeah, Bianca Belair is pretty. I don't know who it is. She's pretty hot. Pretty hot. I can't lie.
What you eating?
Nothing. I'm chewing on my cud.
Look at that chick. She's got big tits on the
She
one
does, right there.
on the weather.
Yeah.
Those are fucking some globes.
Huge.
I like big tits.
Huge melons. They're probably real too.
Oh.
Are they?
Yeah.
They look giant.
What? Who's Jay Cargo?
Look at those tits.
Tits.
There you go.
You're literally getting something out of your mouth because you've been
I
eating.
want to milk those fucking things.
Shit's insane.
Just like Stein does.
Unity.
Oh my word.
Unity 17.
Unity. I'm telling you, there's a good chance that we're a bottom 2 team in baseball this year.
White Sox?
Yes, sir.
Way bottom 2.
Yes, sir. They were the 3rd worst team last year, and they had no. We'll see. The Rock is a leftist piece of shit.
In a country somewhere in the third world, the CIA is using this broadcast as torture to extract information about terrorists.
On your shoulders and legs with Craig the Bulldog, your cardio, abs, calves.
He thinks Evan is doing his patriotic duty.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure, too.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, we do it every Wednesday. He's actually turned into a really good friend of mine.
Great guy.
And I was so proud. Alex Stein, Primetime Pimp on a Blimp, 99. Still hanging on to his Blaze TV gig. Alex, how are you, my friend?
Just barely hanging on. You know, I have another meeting with the CEO this afternoon.
Well, but
know.
I think you've weathered the storm. They're just trying to fine tune you at this point. You're like a wild cheetah, you know.
Oh well, let me ask you this, because you are a legendary shock jock, and like I'm not.
Was even identified yesterday as a legendary shock jock in that pin news piece about my sneakers. Did you see that?
Yes, yeah, you are. I mean, there's no doubt about it, because like you've been put over by Howard Stern. I mean, he put you over more than anybody. So I mean, I don't think anybody could ever argue that.
I think that even if you would Google, who are the top 10 shock jocks of all time, I might be in that. I don't know.
Oh, 100%.
Let me Google it.
I am.
This is my question. It's like everybody's favorite movie is Private Parts, and like, why is Private Parts such a good movie?
Yes, you are, Bubba. Top 10.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
What do you got me rated at?
Number 7.
Oh, that's barely making it.
I think you covered these are a little
Who's
much.
ahead of me?
Let's see. You got Mancow.
No. Wrong. No. Hold on here. No.
False. Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah, what else?
Tom Likas.
No.
I'm just saying. First off, they have those. By the way, they have those two before this one. Howard Stern.
Yes.
Opie and Anthony.
Yes.
Alan Jones.
No. Alan Jones. Was he a shock jack back in the 40s?
It says from Australia.
All right,
Liz Wildy.
No, Liz Wild. She was no.
And then Bubba the Love Sponge.
I on that list should be third. If you to be intellectually honest, Opie and Anthony had a little bit more of a syndicated run than I did.
Yeah, but you're still going, baby.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm the last. I think I'm the last remaining shock jock.
I got a better one.
Right? I mean, Howard.
Anthony's still going.
Well,
so that counts.
yeah.
I got a better one, Bubba. Here we go. This is actually legit. It's it looks like it's from radioicons.com.
Oh.
Number 1, Howard Stern.
Agreed.
Opie and Anthony.
Agreed.
This one. Don Imus.
No, but I. But
that counts. Imus counts.
Yeah, I agree.
Then Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
And then Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hey,
you know
that's
what?
you.
That's the most legitimate list I've heard so far. Would you not?
Cannot. The fact that you're behind Rush Limbaugh, arguably, and I used to listen to Howard make fun of Rush. When Rush died, he was more controversial than Howard Stern. I mean, you'd have to argue that Rush Limbaugh was one of the top shock jocks ever. I mean, I think that's very fair.
All right. So anyway, I think you're putting me over saying I'm a very esteemed shock jock. You're kind of shock jocking it right now and what you're doing, and you have the meeting with the CEO, and you're asking me for a little bit of my advice. But before
let me finish.
Hold on, no, let me finish this. Let me finish this, my friend. Because you're talking to your great radio sensei, and that is thank you. You listened to my input when you greased the mayor, did you not? You used a little, and you nailed it. So thank you, my great student, and listening to his sensei, and it worked out well, did it not?
No, you have a great eye for, you have great ideas. Really, you are one of the better idea mans. I mean, if we could just make all of your ideas work, we'd be billionaires.
I mean, look at I got, how about a lot of people, my t-shirt.
Dude, you're the only guy that has the Air Bubbas. Nobody has the Air Bubbas.
Nobody even tried to rip Trump off to be listen, I'm not trying to rip, I am trying to rip Trump off to make some money, but it's also a gimmick. Like I'm working, I'm working the deal.
Bubba, me and Pre were in bed last night, and we were looking at the shoe
about
ad.
areolas.
Talking about those areolas.
Well, listen, forget about the areolas for 1 second. Let me just finish one story. I can't even finish one thing. We're sitting in bed, and she's looking at the Bubba logo, and all of a sudden she starts having a panic attack. She goes, wait, that's Bubba. I go, yeah, that's a Bubba logo. She goes, he's dunking a donut. I go, yeah, it's Bubba. Oh my God, his feet have slides. We sat there and laughed at your logo for 30 minutes. We loved it so much. I mean, it's just such a great. I mean, we were on CBD, but you even have slides on the Bubba logo. You have slides,
black
even
slides.
Though
Yeah,
it's so good.
And here's the deal, man.
Good.
You know Trump's gonna. By the way, I'm sending a pair to the following people who are my friends, and I think I could maybe get them. Well, yes, you're going to get one.
I'll wear it on air. I'll wear them. I'll actually wear them.
Deion Sanders, and Joe. Here's my list: Deion Sanders, Joe Rogan, Alex Stein, and maybe Roger Stone.
Those black slides are so funny in that donut. It's perfectly around. We laughed about
I mean, this
that
might
picture.
be. Howard reached out to me. I don't know if Howard talked about it today or not. I don't even know if he's on the air. He could be on vacation. But Howard liked it, and should I send a pair to Howard, or he's just
no?
But even him goofing on them, Alex.
Did you send one to someone else on the show?
What's
Send
that?
him to Gary.
Like JP or JD? JD, I mean, sorry.
Ronnie. Send him to Ronnie.
Yeah.
Don't wear that crap. I mean, those cool shoes.
So they are on
You
air.
wear that crap. I mean, those cool shoes.
You need to send him to Ronnie. That was the best advice because Ronnie will show him on one of those Zoom calls. And
Right,
then, then
right.
you're going to get put. Oh, but let me finish telling my quick story because we only have so long. So the best part of Private Parts, right, is that's a Howard Stern movie, is that he's fighting with pig virus or pig vomit, his, producer, and they're trying to wrangle him.
Whose real name was Kevin Matheny in real life.
And he passed away a few years ago, I
Yes.
think. But what I'm saying is, rest in peace, Kevin, is the reason why that movie's good is because he's like fighting against the, NBC and trying to be crazy. But I'm thinking, is that really the good approach? Like, should I be fighting with management? Like, I feel like I need to listen to management is my point. But there is something in me that's like, I still want to be edgy. I still want to be crazy.
Well,
but
you want to always find, and this is, let me give you a couple examples. You want to always find the gray area of management's rules, so that they, it's kind of like NASCAR and
I
cheating.
like my managers. I mean, I like my bosses. I'm not like pig. I don't have a negative pig virus.
Well, I mean, you got to follow their
relationship with them.
rules, but you got to always try to constantly be edgy within their bounds. Let me give you one example. One time, Randy Michaels, the CEO of JCore / Clear Channel, came to me and was like, listen, you cannot have kids on the air and asking them about their mom's vaginas and their boobs and stuff like that. Like, you just cannot. You cannot have kids that are 12 and 13 that you've asked them how old they are and they have validated that they're 12 and 13, and then ask how old their mother is and they say she's 35, 36, and you ask how big her boobs are, ask how nice her ass is, ask if she divorced your daddy and would you like to go on a Love Sponge limousine. So then I started coming out. I came up with this. I would use states and be just absolutely filthy. So I would be like, oh, I got Rhonda on the phone here. Rhonda, how you doing? Good. Can you tell me about how nice that Alaska is in the back there? Oh, that's got. How about the state of Virginia? How we kicking on that? And do you like when a guy takes out his Texas and just absolutely blasts the hell out of your Virginia? Tell me about that. And he's like,
So you're speaking real carny right there.
No.
You're using states as the sexual term.
yes.
I mean,
And so
that's-
Randy Michaels came. He's like, you know what? As mad as I want to get at you, that is absolutely brilliant, because the FCC could never, ever cite you that you said, listen, sir, she wants your Texas inside of her Virginia, or maybe even West Virginia or Vermont. Yeah, take your Texas and put it inside her Vermont. No, you can't get in trouble with that. That's
that's legal.
So working maybe within or just trying to find gray areas. But do you think the CEO wants to have a meeting with you because he's there's something that's concerning him on what you're doing?
Well, just the direction of the show. Like, they've openly said this, and I've agreed that they want me to. I've platformed, and I probably shouldn't have done this. Once again, this goes to the Bubba the Love Sponge emulating that I want to do. Is that they've said that I should have less OnlyFans women on the show. That their network doesn't align with OnlyFans, so they don't want me to have OnlyFans.
See, that's them trying to protect Glenn and the brand.
That's fair, and I think that's very fair. I think
That's why
very
you
fair.
should
I mean,
do a
they let me had it on. It's not like they're anti-OnlyFans, but they said,
That's
Alex,
why you
you've
should
done
do
it.
it. That's
You've
why
done
you
it
should
too
do it
much. I mean, there
after.
are anti-OnlyFans. Let me make that clear.
Listen, don't do any OnlyFans on their show.
Yes, I'm done. I told them I'm done 100%.
But use their show to promote Alex Stein's after show, and then it's all OnlyFans.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I had
So
to
you
do.
you develop an after show, like we have, that's more along the lines of what you want to do. But I don't think they'd let you use their facility. You'd have to come up with your
No,
own.
but I have the facility. I mean, and they would let me
your
do
duplex?
another stream. Yeah, with a great studio. Listen, Bubba, you live in an apartment. I don't even want to hear it right now. We're both struggling. You're buying $5,000 tables, all right? I'm going through a lot. This duplex is the greatest thing I have. I love this damn duplex.
I agree. That's a lot.
I'm in the safest neighborhood in America, University Park.
Okay, I understand. And a duplex there is worth a lot of money. I'm so sorry for.
It's worth a lot, and it's safe, and I don't have to worry about a Venezuelan immigrant breaking into my car and
Yeah,
stealing
Bubba,
my radio.
He's got 37 cats that are going to protect him,
right.
and a dog.
Hey,
and a
how
turtle.
much? Hey, be honest, because I like talking money with you when we can. When we can, I don't want to talk about your contract because I know what your Blaze deal is. He showed it to me, and I would never bring that. But
Can he afford a $5,000 table, Bubba?
Yes, he can.
Okay, great.
He does. Let me tell you something. Don't let him work you out like a used car deal there that he is. He makes a pretty damn good living. That being said, how much did you make on the cat 24/7 birthing cam? Did you do pretty good?
Oh, I've made about just about $1,100 in super chats. Then over 3 days, not bad.
No,
not
but
bad.
the streaming numbers were huge. You would think
That's what the engagement's good. I'm going to turn it back on today. Because my engagement has gone way up on my other channel too. Because
were you running pre-rolls in there? You had to be, weren't you?
Well, no, I didn't have any ads, but I would hop on it because I was doing it through StreamYard, so I can hop on it through my cell phone, and both will be going at the same time. So then I can, put people over if they send a super chat.
Yeah, but you didn't have any ads running in it.
I didn't, but I had super chats. But listen, the reason why people like it's like a chat room. That's why it's good when you have the 24/7 Bubba Cam. You should have that, even if it's just 20 or 30 or 40 people in the chat room. It's just like a place where people can congregate and talk.
We
and
usually
I notice
do it
that
when we do best ofs.
We do that when we do best ofs. Yeah.
No, I mean you don't have to do it all the time, but people like that.
Sure,
people
right.
like just a chat
slow your fingers down. We're getting the ghostly green screen trail. Slow it down. A little
Okay,
bit.
you wanted the duplex, the green screen. I'm a pimp on a well. Actually, I don't want to act like that because once again, it is a serious day. I am meeting with the CEO, and I do have to figure out a way to.
So, do you think
save my
do you
job.
think that he's gonna? What the topic's gonna be? Less OnlyFan bitches. Is that what he's gonna say?
Well, we've already said that, so I don't think so. No, not at all. I just think we're going to talk about
what other controversial meat's on the bone potentially?
Well, just the trouble that I got in with Nikki Haley, and that we're going to discuss.
That's not trouble.
I know it was not that big a deal, but
it's over. People have already forgot about that.
Well, it's over for her too.
I mean, it's over for her. Did you see Michigan? I mean, please.
Yeah, she got crushed. No,
I mean, when does she bow out?
It was Super Tuesday. She said March 5th, supposedly.
So, I mean, and if Michigan's any indicator, right, then
But she doesn't care, Bubba. She's getting donations from some of the top CEOs of these companies, $5 million, $7 million. So she doesn't care. They're going to keep donating her
do I
money.
give a pair of shoes to Roger Stone and Tucker Carlson?
Tucker, you should.
You think
Tucker.
so? You don't think Tucker would clown like I think Tucker would scoff at him and
He
would. But isn't that what you
and
kinda
make fun of
want?
me?
I mean, well, isn't that what I mean? What do you want him to do? Wear him to go play?
No,
a
I don't.
game of
I don't.
pickup?
I don't think.
He's not gonna make a TikTok out of him.
Yeah, you don't think you don't think you'd make a video of him?
No.
Well, he does get so much stuff. People send him stuff all the time. People send me stuff, and I'm a nobody. I mean, so
Right.
I mean,
People send Seth Kushner stuff, and he's a triple
Hey,
nobody.
Stein's got coffee. Stein's got coffee. He's trying to promote right now. You know.
I do. It's actually I brought it all on set. It's the Cash Brew Coffee. Tim Pool named a coffee after me, and it's double caffeinated. You can get it at cashbrew.com. Use promo code Prime Time. You get 10% off. And he actually bought advertising on my show. He helped me out a lot. See, that's another thing. So I had a good thing. I just brought on a new advertiser, Tim Pool, wealthy guy that is down with me no matter what controversy I get in. So we're not have to worry about sponsorship.
How'd you become such good friends with Tim Pool?
He likes to play poker, so he goes out. He lives in outside in West Virginia, and basically an hour outside of DC. And so when I'd go on a show, he's like, "Do you want to go to the casino?"
And you're a degenerate.
I'm a degenerate.
Poker's a great game.
I know, but
play.
Alex Stein's a gambling degen. I'll tell you that.
I'm a
all right.
DJ, but I'm not even a good poker player. But I win some pots, because you can buy it
You're
for
annoying
$400.
as hell, probably, and no one wants to sit next to you. You probably just talk your ear off.
I'm the belle of the ball of the
Yeah,
poker.
exactly.
You know that I'm fun to play poker with. It's like, let me you would love to go to Tampa Seminole and play.
Now what? Hey, what do you think, Clint? What do you think?
You would leave it, and that's why Tim and I became best buds, or not best buds, but we're good friends because Tim has fun at the casino with me because it makes it more fun if you're sitting at the poker table with your friend.
Hey, if I send a pair of my sneakers to Glenn Beck, would you hand deliver them to him?
No.
Yes, I would.
Well, for real, say,
yes,
Glenn,
I would.
our fat friend in Tampa, Bubba, came up with a new gimmick, and he wanted to get you a pair. What do you think Glenn would do? Would he just laugh?
I'll find out his shoe size today. You need to send me a pair.
Can
I'll
you
have
video
them
it?
on,
Can you
and then
video
I'll
it?
deliver them.
No, you
yes.
wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
I will.
Come
I
on,
will
he's got a
give Glenn
video, Bubba.
a pair of tennis shoes, Glenn wouldn't mind. People give Glenn stuff all the
I
time.
know, but you wouldn't be able to video it. Like he wouldn't let you video.
Probably. I could just ask his producer. He wouldn't care.
Stein, you said
Glenn Beck is really laid back. Glenn, I've never seen him.
I used to go to the
ever-
Zychek's Lounge with him. I love him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, he is, obviously, a high-profile guy. He has security and stuff. But like when people talk to him, he's really nice.
What were you gonna say, Seth?
Stein, you've had a lot of meetings with like management lately and everything. Do they give you praise like when you go out and you did the thing with the Dallas mayor and it was so well done?
Yeah.
Do they pump you up for that kind of
Are
stuff?
they always just dragging you down, or do they say, "Hey, man, that mayor gimmick was pretty damn good"?
They do put me over, but at the same time, with a lot of those public stunts, it gives them a little anxiety as well, because that's what we're discussing today. So yes, they do put me over, but at the same time, what we're discussing today is that the election's coming up. I need to go to more Nikki Haley type events and go live and confront people. And there's a chance, obviously, I'm a loose cannon a little bit. I mean, they want to gain my trust back before I can go live at these events, because there's no way they can go back and edit something out, because people are people are watching it and uploading it immediately. So they just, I guess, figure out a game plan of what I'm going to start doing in these situations. If I start going off the handle, what is the procedure for my producer to take me off the air? I mean, serious stuff, because...
Oh, so now they're coming up with like almost a dump button per se, where like when you're... Oh, that's not good. That was when, you know what? That was instilled with me. I got fired in March of 2004, and the corporate dump button came in like January of 2004. So I'm just saying... There was like a 3-month period where they had the program director, Brad Harden, had to come in and listen to the entire show. And he had this big round button, Seth. And he would, at that point, my show was delayed like a minute. It would go, from the processing back over to Brad Harden. He'd have to hear it. And then he had the ability to hit a dump button and cut out like, 15 seconds at any time.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Censorship. With censorship comes usually unemployment.
Okay.
Have fun at your meeting.
Wow, that didn't really help.
You're my sensei.
I really don't want to lose my job, and I really enjoy working where I work.
But they're giving,
they're not censoring me. They're not censoring me. We just need to figure out a game plan because I'm going to go to more. I'm going to go to Antifa stuff. But really, Bubba, I've gone to all these events. I've had hot coffee thrown on me. I've had people assault me. I never hit anybody.
I think it's
back.
the live aspect of it. I think it's the taped versus live aspect. How live stuff can get away from you. And they want to have some kind of system in place where if they think something's going awry live, they can cut away or go to something that they got pre-produced.
Do they want you to leave your black friends at home next time?
No, they're okay with that.
Okay, good.
They're okay with my black friends.
As everybody should. Don Terry is the second
all
to none.
All my friends are African Americans. Obviously I'm cool with it, yeah.
Of course.
So that meeting's today?
It is today.
What time? Like when you go and meet with your CEO of the Blaze, do you wear a suit and tie?
I got the tie on. Yeah, I got the tie.
Is it the
and
standard
jacket.
blue blazer with the red tie?
Well, I might wear a gray one, but that's neither here nor there. But we're in a nice office, a boardroom. I mean, we're in his office, but he has a big office with a huge table. There's gonna be 6 people in the room.
Yeah, you can tell how important a CEO is if he has a side conference area within his office. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he's got.
Yeah.
But we have a huge studio. He bought the old Paramount studio, so I mean, he has a huge office. Glenn has 2 huge offices.
What do you mean 2?
He has 2 because he has an old one that he never moved out of. He just still has all of his stuff there, and then he has like a new one that's like super epic and open and all of his art. So
Yeah.
technically, he has 2.
He's so. And just think that we worked together in Tampa, Florida. Me and Glenn Beck.
You guys are both.
Well, Macho
Glenn's
has a
not a shock jock.
Macho's got a question. Hold on.
Is Stu Glenn's producer still?
Yes.
Oh, so Macho, I guess, kicked him out of.
Get out of the
studio.
studio. I need it. We got carts to dub.
So I guess he had some beef with Stu, his producer. So he just wanted to tell him that.
March and Stu had heat.
Yeah. Mach,
Stu's my man.
It's 10 o'clock. Get out of the studio, man.
Mach, tell us, just don't give us little excerpts as to what happened. Give us the story as to what happened.
He would be in there producing for Glenn, getting all the clips and stuff ready, and we had to, get commercials put together for on air. So every day
I
at
gotta go.
10 o'clock.
I can't hear any of this.
Mach was just talking about what type of industry.
Positive of Stu right now.
No,
He's
we're
my
not talking
coworker.
bad. We're talking about industry back in the
love
day
Mach.
heat. He was a journeyman working for Glenn Beck back in the day, and Macho was over there at Clear Channel working working and doing his job, and a couple times they collided heads. Big deal.
We both working with tape. It was a bitch.
Well, Mach knows why you wouldn't want to collide heads with Stu. I mean, Stu's a very, he's a very important guy.
You think Stu, but physically, could Mach take Stu? Could Mach take him?
Yeah,
Back then,
Mach
no.
is much bigger than Stu, but I'm saying I will. Stu is a guy that I would not want to upset at all, and then I have the utmost respect for.
So Stu must be like the absolute closest you can get to Glenn Beck is Stu, his producer.
And Mach hates him.
Mach, I don't think. No,
Mach
not at all. It was just funny.
No, it was just funny. There's
Tell
no heat.
Stu to face the music.
Because Macho Man was big time and
We're
Stu.
just creating this heat out of nowhere.
There's no
I've been on this
heat.
show for a year.
There's
all of a sudden
no
there's
heat. My God, tell Stu that he's very much Bubba the Love Sponge endorsed.
Send Stu some shoes, Bubba.
Yeah, send him some sneakers. Glenn will probably throw them at Stu anyway and say, "Hey, you want these piece of garbages? I can't wear them. Please."
I'll find out his shoe size. No, but I do need a pair because I'm going to wear mine around.
I know you are.
I'm going to show the logo with the and what is the runtime? Like I order these. Let's say I'm a Bubba the Love Sponge. What is it? Have they given you like a month, 2 months? What does it take?
We're shooting for the first or second week of April.
Okay, so that's not bad. A month.
Today we just finalized the sole design. So on the bottom of the shoe is going to be that fat guy dunking a donut logo, and then it's going to have its own commemorative box with what they call a shoe dust cover, which is the shoes come inside like a little Crown Royal cinchable bag,
Yeah.
So
it's going to be that you're going to have a really nice boxing bag. But this is the thing is I will watch those Instagram accounts. It's like Superline Wholesale, and it talks about how you can buy like 1,000 like Letterman jackets or whatever custom made, and they tell you how much it is per one. But when they talk about to the shoes, like, oh, you can make me the shoe, they have to have a mold for each size. That's 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
9,
I know
10,
it's
11.
expensive.
So you have to have a mold for all those sizes.
The wholesale of these. I mean, I'm retailing for $149.99 autographed if you want them autographed. But I mean, there's not as much margin there as people would think.
No, not really
Trump,
at all.
Trump going for was it $3.99 or
$3.99.
Now he's got some really nice margins on that. But I don't have the margins he does. It was a quick idea that I think it was brilliant marketing. Nobody else thought of it, and I instantaneously got credible press on the deal. And Trump will probably find out about it. Wouldn't it be cool if he tried to sue me over it?
That'd be awesome.
Here's the deal. I own Air Bubba. I own Bubba the Love Sponge, and I own Bubba Army federally trademark. So he can't. The only thing he would sue me could be the fact that he's got stars and stripes and gold. And you can't.
He's not gonna sue you for that. Every fashion, even the top brands, Louis Vuitton, get ripped off by lookalike stuff. They can't.
There you go. There you go. I'm a Trump ripoff.
You are, but that's what's so good about it. I mean, isn't that right?
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Trump inspired. Say it. Trump inspired.
Trump inspired, but Trump ripped off other people by making shoes.
He ripped off Yeezy to build those
Jordan,
shoes.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? Everybody can have a shoe.
Everything in life is a ripoff. Please.
Everybody's done it before.
Nobody's thought of anything original.
That's the sad thing, the shock jockery, what is there left to do? So I guess, let's just kind of wrap this up I think I do have to color within the lines, correct? Would the consensus agree?
Yeah, you may have to back it down a notch.
My contract is technically up in November. They have the option to renew it or not. And my views are up, though. We've averaged over 2.2 million views this month. That's good for my channel.
That's awesome.
And that's probably the parameters they use, whether you're trending up or down, or how much more they have now than before they had you. I mean, there's probably all kind. They actually have a basis to be able to grade you by, right?
I guess.
And then they throw in the pain in the ass factor, and maybe that outweighs the data, or it doesn't. I don't know.
That is the problem, the pain in the butt factor. And I don't want to be a pain in the butt. I mean, they know that I love my job.
I think in order for you to do what you do, there has to be a certain amount of pain in the assness in order for you to effectively be Alex Stein. The way you roll around and create content, there's got to be a certain amount of, pain in the assness. It's just the cost of doing business with the pimp on the blimp.
That is true, because this is why. Well, you have people that cover news.
Maybe
or
that's what
people
you tell your CEO today. Yeah, listen, buddy.
That's just the cost of
Let me
doing
just
business,
tell you
guys.
something, man. You
Frick
know,
off.
the blowback you get from me, kid, that's just the cost of doing business when you're pimp on a blimp. You know, you want me to be just Johnny straight-laced Willie? Well, you're going to get those type of numbers. You want the type of massive numbers that I get? Comes a little blowback with it, kid. You know, you got to see if you got to have your thick skin and your Teflon suit on you when you're dealing with people.
Well, I had that attitude a little bit when we first met, and he said, Alex, it's great that you can go viral. I respect how much you want to go viral, but when you go viral for a bad thing, that is worse than not going viral.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're almost making this Nikki Haley way more of a bad thing than really it is. And you know what?
100%.
And if you here's what you tell your CEO, we got to go. By the way, listen. In 2 weeks, she's going to be a non-factor. So, like, nobody can we wait it out 2 more weeks when the bitch drops out and she's going to be a non-factor than me raising hell at one of her rallies and calling her security guy a pussy 8 times, 7 times too many. None of that's in play now. Nobody cares.
No, you're right in there. They know that. I think it'll be okay. I'm just saying. Important meetings with important people.
I know.
I wish it was for a positive thing.
Will you text me later and just let me know you survived? I'm okay.
Yes, I will. But every day it's like skating on thin ice.
I know. It's welcome to my world. Welcome to my world, my friend. Except I don't have a big time contract like you do. I'm in here just trying to sell shoes and scrap for a living, my friend.
You want to buy a podcast table, Stein?
Yeah, I'll pay. I got $5,200. I'll pay $5,200 for it.
Oh, $200 profit. You pay for the shipping.
Yeah. Alex, we got to go. I'll see you soon. Bye.
It's not what you think.
What? Since when?
Actually, it's much less. Much less. Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Wow. Do your thing, Lumix. Is Babyface doing the Bubba Breaks Day or just you and Seppi?
I don't think we're doing it. I think it's just tomorrow.
Oh. Why did I think it was today? I guess you usually do it on Wednesdays.
Hey, Ned's Rusty Tane, I saw the numbers from the first few hours of the sales yesterday. They're not going to get canceled at all. They sold a shit ton.
Good morning, Slain Redneck. 88-hour fast. Jesus fucking Christ. What's up, Big Longer? You're crazy, bro.
What's up, Hogan Stretched Heathers Blank?
Sniz. Hogan Stretch, Heather Sniz, say it.
I can't. The sniz part isn't
It's
showing
Sniz! Stretched it out with his big old wiener.
No Bears announcement today. Don't mess with me. Caleb Williams is hitting this combine today. Maybe that might be it. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. Nah, I don't think the Bears got anything worked out yet. Where'd you read it, Biggie? I got nothing. I got nothing on my timeline. Usually when trades happen, they don't get announced by the team. Jay Cargo was in this year's Royal Rumble.
Uh-oh.
Talking about the chick from TNA. No, Williams isn't throwing, but he is going to the combine.
Oh.
He'll interview with the team.
Christ.
Yeah, I think he might go to Atlanta now, actually. I think we might get Atlanta second, swap first round picks with them, so we would get 8, they would get 9, and then maybe a little something next year. She was in AEW? Okay. I'll look her up. I hope he stays. I hope he stays. He's a good kid. Good kid on the rise. Locker room loves him. Oh, God, Jade, you guys are talking about Jade Cargill. Oh, not Cargo. Yes, I know Jade Cargill. She's fucking great. Her and Bianca are going to be awesome. She's married to Brandon Phillips. He used to be second baseman for the Reds. Nah, 2 Live chooses tomorrow. But go download the other ones today and get yourself caught up.
Warning, the following program contains objectionable content, which may cause oral discomfort. This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Just about enough time to say we're out of here. Seth and I will not be doing it. I don't think we're doing any breaks this week. We're doing something different.
I think Brian's got some stuff he'll bring in tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna take it up another level.
Yeah. So that leads me to Lummy and Rat in their wrap-up/sports show, which will be on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and BubbaArmyHQ.com. Am I right, Lummy?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. We'll do that next?
Yes, sir. 10:20.
Perfect. I hit the button.
How?
I hit the button.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lummox.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Brett, the Filthy Ginger, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.